the game between two. And I contested against them. I defeated them again. So I have proved myself for the second time. What do I have to prove again? And how confident are you that you are going to win? I mean, last year, Afrobarometer conducted a survey, in which it said, 77% of the Gambian population said the country is in the wrong direction. This is all subjective. You have different opinions, different organizations.
All right. Assalamu alaikum. Ku palam ku jamaat ni safu saf mbadi mandi ngol bal kontona suma mbokki sereri mangle na nuyu suma mbokki poli misalima fof. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to talk about President Jammeh today. We are going to talk about President Adama Barrow today. There were reports that the president of Equatorial Guinea, President Obiang, was coming to the Gambia today. It turned out that information wasn't accurate as of this hour as we speak. Obiang is not on his way to the Gambia. It turned out that Adama Barrow also had an interview. We heard from the Gambia government spokesman his take on President Jammeh's audio. So we're going to talk about these programs today. So we might have some guests joining the program. I don't know whether they are here. Okay, so I've already got invite. I've already got people applying to join the program. So we'll wait for a few minutes. Let me lay the ground for this program. How many people requested to join? Quite a number of people want to come and join the program. Okay, so I'll get people in bit by bit, but let me set the ground for the program and then we can take it from there. So we also heard some people speak out regarding President Jammeh's audio, and some of the people who are more bitter about the audio that President Jammeh released are actual former lieutenants of President Jammeh, former people who stood on public platforms and said they will lay their lives for President Jammeh. Those are the people today who are President Jammeh's biggest enemies. And I'm going to have this program to talk about those individuals. I don't like talking about individuals because in the grand scheme of things, individuals are tiny in my view. What we have is systemic issues we have in the Gambia, wider systemic issues and broader cultural issues that we face. A lot of the things we're facing today, a lot of the difficulty have got cultural underpinnings. That's why Gambia is struggling. It's not so much about the system itself or the facilities themselves or the populations not being strong enough to be able to provide people's needs, health needs, education needs, environmental needs, agricultural needs. The ability is there, the facilities are there. People just need to know what they want for their country, really. And unfortunately, with Gambian people, when they are in favor of a government or they're having personal benefit from the government, they will lay their line. They'll say, Jammeh for life, Barrow for life. I see nobody but Barrow. I see nobody but President Jammeh. And I'll die for Barrow. I'll die for President Jammeh until President Jammeh leaves or until Adama Barrow leaves. And there's nothing wrong with switching allegiance, switching from one side to the other. Nothing wrong with it at all. All right. As far as I'm concerned, people can change sides, but if you have to have very good reasons to move from A to B. So if you are supporting President Jammeh before 2017 because of his Pan-African ideals, because of his development-oriented persona, and then Barrow comes and starts outperforming President Jammeh, evidently, there's nothing wrong with people switching sides. It's your political right. If you want to switch from APRC to NPP to UDP to GDC, it's your choice. You can even switch on a weekly basis. Nothing wrong with that. It's your right to do so. But the problem we have, and this is a big problem in Gambia, people switch not because of a national ideology, not because of a development agenda that they've seen that's improved from Jammeh to Barrow. People switch because they are gaining some personal favors. They are moving from one person. Yes, Pretty Yamo, thank you very much. Today I'll read comments, right? I can't read all of them, as you guys can see. My TikTok is very busy, but I'll pick out comments from people watching and I'll read them out. Hello to everyone watching on TikTok. I'm on YouTube live same time. All right. So be patient with me. I'll start topic by topic with the attack dogs that are now turning on their former master. I'll start with that. And then I'll move to President Jammeh's audio and President Obiang's visit to the Gambia, and what President Jammeh and ECOWAS, AU, and the United Nations agreed, including the government of Adama Barrow. I will cover all those, and then we'll end up with Adama Barrow's third term. What does the Constitution of the Gambia say? What are Gambian citizens saying? Forget about what the Constitution said. What are Gambian citizens saying about the government of Adama Barrow? Yeah, that's what we need to concentrate on, because with that, if we really don't want Adama Barrow, he will be gone, regardless of what the Constitution says or doesn't say. Yeah. So you guys give me a second. Let me send this, and then we can start the program. We all heard it together. Adama Barrow said definitely he's going for a third term. And he's not doing that because Gambia needs Adama Barrow. He's going for a third term because Adama Barrow doesn't want the NPP, Gambia's most woefulest party, to die. So for Barrow, the party comes before the country. And this has been Barrow's mantra for a very long time. This is not the first time. Because indeed, Adama Barrow said 2 to 3 years ago that he didn't care what his ministers were doing. And this question was asked in relation to corruption and in relation to the infighting that was taking place in his government before 2020. He said he didn't mind what was happening in his government, that children, Gambian citizens, can die in hospitals, that schools can fail, that his ministers can engage in corruption, as long as they don't threaten his position of the president of the Republic of the Gambia. Barrow himself said it. I didn't say it. I didn't put words in his mouth. I didn't conflate his statement. They asked him in relation to the corruption that was taking place at the time in 2019, 2020, and they asked him in relation to the infighting that took place, asking Adama Barrow to step down in accordance with his Coalition 2016 agreement. In Coalition 2016 agreement, Adama Barrow agreed to run for office, and if he won in 2016, he will be a transitional president of the Republic of the Gambia. He will oversee reforms, changes in the government of the Gambia, and then he resign after 3 years. He will call a general election. In that general election, Adama Barrow will not be a candidate contesting for the seat of president of the Republic of the Gambia. All right? But Adama Barrow turned around and did exactly the opposite of what he promised. So he didn't want to leave. He stayed in power. People started protesting. Ministers started protesting. His Coalition 2016 partners started protesting. And that's the point at which he started dismissing his ministers. He wasn't dismissing his ministers because they were failing, and they were indeed failing at the time. He didn't dismiss his ministers because they were corrupt. He didn't dismiss his ministers because our health facilities turned into death traps. Our schools turned into primitive education establishments. Our streets became deadly, lethal. And I'll touch on a couple of murders and armed robberies that took place over the last week or so. We've all seen it together. Nothing I'll say in public discourse will be based on misinformation, and certainly not disinformation. So if I say anything that I wasn't aware of and it turned out to be false, I will return to this platform. I'll clarify it to every single person. I'll add additional information or rubbish my own assertions. Okay? So now, we go back to the first topic, all right? We'll go to the topic. First topic I wanted to discuss here is the topic of former President Jammeh's lieutenants, his cavalry, his fight squad, his frontline soldiers, all right? And those frontline soldiers are people like Samsudin Saad, people like Sidin Jai, people like uh, people um, like people like Dahaba, the lot, the rotten bunch, the rotten tomatoes. All right, that's how I would call them. These people were once holding positions of power under President Jammeh. They were holding executive positions. So for guys, give me a minute. Let me record this because people are already asking me to record the audio, which I tend to forget. And I really don't have time to go back to YouTube to download the audio to my program. So in the interest of my WhatsApp massive, because I've got WhatsApp following, Voice of Lament number 1. Previous to that, I had Lament number 1. Lament number is hours 1. Lament number is hours 2. Lament number is hours 3. Lament number is hours 4. Lament number is hours 5. And Lament number is hours diaspora. Those were my WhatsApp networks when we were fighting the defense of APRC in 2021. We used to call ourselves the No Alliance Movement, the side of APRC that refused to go into the MPP coalition, all right? So we called ourselves the No Alliance Movement to make identification very simple. And in order to reach out to people, because in 2021, our APRC split into two, and most of our communication facilities were stolen and taken into the NPP alliance by the people who engineered the botched, the failed alliance with the NPP. So they took our television station, APRC television station, they took our cameras with them, they took our sound system with them, they took our logos and stamps and everything that belonged to the APRC, they took with them to the NPP. So that's what happened in 2021. So we had to reorganize ourselves. The APRC No Alliance had to reorganize themselves in starting the 15th of October 2021. The APRC No Alliance had no bank accounts, had no money, had no vehicles, had no television station, no cameras, no sound system. Everything that we owned before was stolen by the former executive of the APRC when they were going into the NPP, because these materials, the bulk of them, were bought by the APRC UK branch. So the branch of APRC in the United Kingdom applied or contributed and bought sound systems, lighting, cameras, set up the APRC television station, set up the APRC official Facebook page, which is hugely followed. When we split on the 15th of, well, the split started before that, but officially when President Jammeh spoke in Kanalai on the 15th of October 2021, the APRC split into two. When we split into two, we, the people of APRC, the majority APRC supporters, refused to go to the NPP alliance. And our reasons for going into the NPP alliance are clear to everybody now. I mean, the failure of the country is conspicuous. It's quite clear to everyone that where we are in the Gambia, we are in a hellhole. We are in a deep, dark pit. And out of that pit, we can only emerge by electing a candidate to power, to State House, a candidate who's got the know-how, the experience, the academic qualifications to be able to lift Gambia out of that deep, dark abyss, the position that we are at now. So back to 2021, some people like Sidin Jai, some people like Samsudin Saad, some people who are today President Jammeh's staunchest haters, people who are putting up fierce resistance against anything that President Jammeh says or does, are the same people who were on television, on social media, in audio, standing up and stopping the emergence of Adama Barrow or Adama Barrow's path to State House of the Gambia. These people stood up and said they will lay their bodies on the line for President Jammeh in 2016, 2017, 2018. And in the case of Samsudin Saad, up to 2021, when he forced himself to go into alliance with the with the NPP. Samsudin Sarr was a big opponent of Adama Barrow. Samsudin Sarr was forcing himself to get into the negotiating team from the APRC, who were told to abandon the negotiation with NPP because NPP has got no interest of lifting Gambia out of poverty. NPP had no interest of providing security for the Gambian citizens. NPP had no interest of expanding our sovereign wealth. NPP had no interest in protecting our territory, reserving our sovereignty. And President Jammeh, being the leader of APRC, legitimate leader, legal leader of APRC, wouldn't have joined any entity that undermined Gambia's interests. And many APRC supporters, given our disposition, we're patriotic, we're nationals. We don't want anything that will undermine the interests of the Gambia. All right. So we refuse to go and support the government of Adama Barrow. And the reasons for our refusal to support the government of Adama Barrow are now clear. You can see it everywhere now. All right. You can see it. The failure of the government of Adama Barrow is conspicuous. His writings on the wall is as large as depictions of different photography on our billboards. Nobody's in any argument as to where Gambia is going today. That argument is done. Gambians are not pushing and pulling each other anymore in terms of answering the question as to whether Gambia is going in the right direction or not. 70% to 80% of the Gambian population, and including deep down the people who are currently supporting the government of Adama Barrow, know fully well, deep down, that the Gambia is heading in the right direction. All right. So the guests can send me guest invites. I'm reading people's comments. The guest invites can come in about 5 minutes. So you can send me your invites and I'll add you. All right. I will look at who's there. There's a long queue of people who want to join this program. And also, if people join this program, they can speak in any language they want. I'm flexible. My platform is here for every single person, as long as you can maintain decorum, you can maintain decent language. Because for me personally, I see every single Gambian as a brother and a sister. We might have differing opinion, but what I do not tolerate is people in public office or positions of authority misleading, deceiving people, lying incessantly, and insulting people. That's not going to happen. That's not on my platform. But you can say anything you want, as long as you're saying it in a respectful manner. That's what I've been all the time. That's what my politic has been all the time. I encourage no personal attacks. For instance, what Samsudin said, I'll come to that in a minute. In about 5 minutes, some other speakers will join and we can talk about various things. All right. But anyway, going back to the APRC and President Jammeh's former lieutenants, like Samsudin Sarr, Sidinjai. I heard Sidinjai deliver a speech the other day saying that his previous government, which was the APRC government, was involved in heinous crimes, was involved in crimes against humanity, was involved in violating rights, I should say. So he said the government committed heinous crimes, violated people's rights, and the government was an entrenched dictatorship. And this is the guy who was the information minister of the dying days of the APRC in 2016, 2017. And then he continued when President Jammeh left office. Sidinjai became the spokesman of the APRC opposition. So he's going back and saying he was part of criminals, basically. So I said, it's probably no use responding to Sidinjai. If somebody turned up and said, just like Mbemba Drame, this must be an NPP thing, where they think it's now a conducive environment to turn up and say to people, I committed crime, I killed people, all right? My government violated rights, my government violated heinous crimes. Or, in the case of Mbemba Drame, my government, the NPP government, rigged the election, all right? It said, oh, I was part of 7 people who rigged the 2021 presidential election. We know the presidential election of 2021 was rigged. So Mbemba Drame of NPP coming out and saying, I was actually part of 7 people who subverted the will of Gambian people. All right. So yes, Mighty, send me your request. I'll add you in, then I can invite you to start. Okay, let me accept Mighty's request. Okay, Mighty, just mute your mic for a bit. I'll start accepting invites in. A few people have also applied to come on live. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Okay, I'll leave that for a bit. All right, please share the live program. Share it. Invite people to it, and then we can kick off. I'm waiting for a couple of people to join. They said they were coming. All right, let's have a look at the invites. Accept. All right, who else is there? 2 people. Please mute your mic for now when you're not talking, and then we can start the program. Mute your mic, please. Actually, I can mute your mic for you, I think. Yeah, I'm learning how to do TikTok lives. What's happening? Oh, come on. Okay, anyway. Mighty, welcome to the program. Lamin Sane, welcome to the program. If you can introduce yourselves, and then we can start the program proper. I think Fode Chor was coming, and Jerry Marong and other people who are coming to the live program today. But when they come in, we can take it from there. Yeah, Mighty, how are you?
Yes, good day, Mr. Tamba.
Good day. You want to speak English or you want to speak Wolof, Jola, Mandinka?
Yeah, of course. I think what I want to say is better I say it in English, because I think it's better to cover more listeners if I speak in English, because like if I speak one of the local languages, probably the information won't be delivered like the way I want to deliver it.
Yeah. So that's very true. Yeah, Fat. So send me a request.
Loud and clear, because my network is shaking.
Yeah, I can hear you clearly. I can hear you very well, Mighty. I can hear you.
Yeah, that's very good to start with. Yeah, thanks again for accepting my request. It's good to be back here with you, and greetings to everybody watching. And I think we will really appreciate it if people continue to hit on the likes, let them tap the live, let them share the live, so that we can have a lot of coverage.
Yeah.
Those watching from the videos, please come in. This is gonna be an interesting discussion. So just keep tapping, share the live, because this is a discussion that concerns all of us. We're talking about Gambia. As Gambians, it should concern everybody. We're talking about going forward, wanting a better Gambia. So as concerned citizens, it's good to be here. So like I said, share the live so we can have a lot of coverage. Like I see about more than 60 people watching right now. It's good if you can have hundreds, if not thousands, watching.
Yeah, people will join in eventually. They will join in eventually.
Okay, so I really have 2 things I really want to talk about. I don't know whether you realize that. I don't know, one or 2 days ago, Barrow had an interview with QTV.
Yes.
Yeah, now this is what I really want to talk about. Like that's one of the topics I want to address, because I listened to the whole interview.
Yeah.
On YouTube. Yeah. That was posted by QTV, and I picked some few stuffs from the interview. And I will also want to talk a little bit about the APRC and President Jammeh in particular.
Yeah, so go ahead. You got a lot of listeners are live now listening to you. So yeah, go ahead.
For me, it's really a concern to me knowing the situation of the current situation of the country right now, and clearly hearing Adama Barrow answer to the question of the journalist Aliou Cisse of QTV that obviously he's going for a 3rd term.
Yeah,
I was not surprised, but if you listen to the interview in the pre to that question, there was a point where Barrow himself claimed that he's a big fan of term limits.
Yeah,
in the interview, he was really confirming that he's a big fan of term limit, and that's what he really want to implement in the country. So I asked myself this question, and thank God, the feedback question from the journalist was, if you really believe in term limit, like you said, I think the journalist was not able to put that question really firmly through towards him again, for him to be specific. Like, if you are a fan of term limit, then why are you running for the third term?
Yeah.
So the funny thing is, as a president, as a leader of a nation, I was so shocked the answer he gave. Because as a president, you are asked, why do you really want to seek for another term, even not the third term per se?
Yeah.
But his answer was so shocking, and I couldn't believe that his answer was, the NPP is a young party, and they are not that much organized, and they are not ready for someone else to succeed him. Yeah. I'm like seriously, you are the president of the country. You really want to seek for another time for the electors to elect you?
Yeah.
And the only reason you could give is you have to go partisan. A president whose concern is his party.
Yeah. But that's what I just said at the beginning, that the guy
was not nationalist.
Yeah. That's why I said, Mighty, that the guy only thinks about his party rather than the country.
Definitely.
But you continue, and we'll come to that in a minute.
Yeah, that was really shocking to me, that his answer could not be something nationalist or from a patriotic point of view, that maybe he have some projects for the people or he really want to do stuff. No, his concrete answer, like I'm saying, if people didn't watch the interview, please go and watch it. Why do you really want to seek re-election? And his assertion was, he can't let his party die, because at this party level, they felt like if he stepped down and gave it to someone else, the party might die. So it was all about party, NPP.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, seriously, what kind of answer is that? What kind of leader will answer to such an important question like that? And at the first place, for me, I don't even understand why the Gambians are accepting Barrow to go for a third term, because people like me, I'm saying a big no to that. Yeah. If you really believe in the term limit, like I said, and in 2016, their campaign, the coalition, one of the main agenda they sold to the Gambian people was term limit, because they kept accusing President Jammeh, the previous president, of being a dictator. He overstayed, and that's what Barrow is doing exactly.
Yeah,
he's not that different. Then, if you are accusing somebody of overstaying, and you said you are a big fan of term limit, like you said, why are you going for a third term?
And again, before I forget that point, Mighty, very good point. Sidin Jai said President Jammeh's government was an entrenched dictatorship. All right. Now, is the same Sidin Jai is the face of NPP running for another term, the face of Adama, Barrow and other people. All right. So continue. We'll come to that in a minute. You're making some very strong points. Thank you.
Yeah, that is what I cannot just fathom. I cannot just understand that, because if they campaigned against Jammeh because Jammeh entrenched himself, as they used to say, why is Barrow entrenching himself? Why would the Gambian people allow Barrow to entrench himself? The agenda, like I said, they sold to the Gambian people in 2016 was Jammeh overstayed. If Barrow win, for instance, God forbid, wins the election in 2026, it means he's going for 15 years. That is not much different from the 20 years Jammeh ruled as an elected president.
Yeah, let me add to that point. So let me add to that point. You see, if the draft constitution passes, they want Barrow's 2-term limits to start after 2026. So he'll go again in 2031, and he will go again in 2036. That's their intention, NPP people. Continue.
Yeah, so that is unacceptable for me. For me, the Gambian people should not accept this failed government to take us for a ride. I have this strong belief that people should rally against that, because I listened to the chairman of the Brikama Area Council say stuff like this, and I was really with him. For me, this should be unacceptable, because Barrow started for 10 years, and for me, that is enough. Gambian people should not accept Barrow to continue for another term. Well, they said the 1997 constitution is so.
Sorry, guys, can you mute your mics, please? If you're not talking, mute your mics, please.
They told us the 1997 for me, the Gambian people should not accept this. I'm echoing because Bojan is not muting.
Okay, I'll mute him. Just give me a minute. I'll mute him.
I have this.
Yeah.
Yes. So, like I said, they kept telling people the 1997 constitution is not good enough. It's a dictator constitution. But still, I couldn't believe after Jammeh left, almost 10 years, because Barrow is almost done with his second term, we couldn't have a constitution. They are still relying on that constitution. And one of the answers Barrow gave to Aliou Cisse was, as a president, he need to have powers. Because people need to fear him. I am definitely quoting from his words.
Yeah.
He said, if people don't fear the president cannot do nothing.
Yeah.
So there's something like fear factor he used again in one of his responses.
Yeah.
So if they want to rely on the 1997 constitution that they debunked from day one when they were campaigning in 2026, people should make Adama Barrow understand that the 1997 constitution you are trying to quote from, that you are relying on that to go for a third term.
Yeah.
You are not a fan of it, because from day one you didn't consider that as a constitution. You people called it a Jammeh constitution.
Yeah.
And one thing is clear: people heard you talking about term limit from day one in office. So you have served yours 2 times. People are not going to accept Barrow to continue. We have to be realistic here.
Yeah.
Macky Sall could have, people, they keep manipulating us that, okay, it's constitutional, it's constitutional. No, people should be firm enough to understand that another term of Barrow is disaster. And 1 is going to be dictatorship. 2, he have already entrenched himself.
Yeah.
And 3, they are not standing by their words. They are taking us for a ride, like he always said. When you are on political grounds, you can say whatever you want, because that's what the man is doing.
Yeah.
And the man don't have the Gambia at heart. This is why I always keep referring to him as a mumu man.
Yeah.
Because you can't just answer to a question to the whole country. Why do you want to contest election? And we are talking about partisan politics.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable, brother.
Yeah. Big
so
time.
This is the things I picked up from his interview,
Yeah.
which are so shocking. And I wish all Gambians can watch that interview and come to the conclusion that we deserve better. Definitely we deserve better, because listening to Barrow and watching him speak, even his body languages and the way he responds to questions, you can automatically know that we are in a very, very, very big mess, because the man is not informed at all.
Yeah.
He keep making promises, like he promised again in that interview that by 2025 there won't be electricity issues. 85 to 90% of the country will be electrified. He made the same promises in 2020, in 2021.
April 2017, he made the same promise. April 2017, I remember that fully.
Promise.
Yeah. But now,
before the 2021 election, they made the same promise too, that
Yeah.
the whole country will be electrified.
yeah. And then he spoke about OMVG without giving President Jammeh credit for the OMVG project from Guinea Conakry. Yeah.
No, the man, he forget about that. Because he never gave Jammeh credit, and he will never do, because it takes a honest and a person who is righteous to give credit.
Yeah.
Definitely, because even the OIC, which was a Jammeh project, and everybody know whatever involved in the OIC was signed and dusted by Jammeh, and even the project started during Jammeh time. He never gave Jammeh project for that credit for that, and everybody know. So there are things that even a layman in the street understand, like the University of the Gambia, for instance, he inaugurated it, and everybody know that all those are Jammeh projects. They were all signed and funded and sealed since the Jammeh time, just like the Senegambia Bridge.
Yeah.
The Senegambia Bridge as well. So for him giving Jammeh credit, I think he never does that, because since in the beginning we never saw him do something like that.
Yeah, he won't.
Really
he won't do. But you see, the problem is you can only fool everyone once. As they always say, fool everybody sometimes. Fool some people sometimes, all the time, but you can't fool everyone all the time. It's not going to happen. So people know.
So talking about Barrow makes me sick. I think we have a lot of people here. So I think the last thing I want to say, like I said, because for me it's just about these 2 things.
Yeah.
It's about his interview, the way I understood it, and the kind of things, unfortunate things he said in the interview.
Yeah.
So I hope Gambians will understand that we are now sinking, and we are going in the wrong direction. Like according to the Afro Barometer, over 70 to 75% of the population agrees that the Gambia is going in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
And I hope we stand firm and understand that we don't need Barrow and his gang of criminals to continue messing the country up, because the country is a mess, and everybody will agree, every honest and patriotic Gambian will agree that all the sectors of the country are failing.
Yeah.
We will not mention the health sector, the education sector. We will not talk about the security we've seen recently. There's gun fires all over the place, with armed robbers firing.
Yeah.
Because recently in Banjul, I think last week or a few days ago, I saw there were police in Banjul, Gambian police, exchanging fire with some kind of criminals. I don't know.
Yeah, it's few days ago.
It was like
a
movie.
Yeah.
Just few days ago. These are things we know in movies as Gambians.
Yeah.
But all kind of sort of evil and unfortunate circumstances are happening in the country right now. So thank God. I just hope Gambians will just go beyond sentiments and go beyond tribal politics and understand that we need to rescue our country, and the soonest the better, because beyond 2026, it's for me it's going to be beyond repair.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So to talk about Jammeh, I think Jammeh, one thing I think I want everybody to understand right now, Jammeh's message was very powerful and it was very clear.
Yeah.
It was a powerful message and it was clear. And for me, now I think this is the step Jammeh took. I think for me it was long overdue. If you ask me,
yeah,
I have such discussions with. I told many people that the decision Jammeh took now should have been the decision he took when he sacked the executive of Fabakary Tombong Jatta.
Yeah.
This is what I told many people. Because for me, I'm like, you gave the interim party leadership and you give some people to be in charge of the party because you are away and everything turned out. They turned out against you and they did whatever they want to do and they benefited hugely and now they are living their lives like claiming to own the party and doing whatever not they want to do. Now, to learn from it, I think from that day, Jammeh should have taken ownership of his party like he did now.
Absolutely.
For me, him going into another interim leadership and whatever, I didn't understand why he did that. So going forward now, the fact that he took over the chairmanship of the party and there's nothing like interim, he will be the one coordinating and being in the helm of affairs. That makes me feel good because I know that's what he's supposed to. That's what he should have done a long time ago.
A long time ago.
So
that's
going
correct.
Forward now, going forward, I think now the two different executive or camps uniting them for me should not be a big issue.
If they mean what they say, because sometimes they tell you, oh, we're doing this because of Jammeh. We're not going to follow Fabakary Tombong Jatta. We're not going to follow Yaya Tamba. So now they don't have that excuse anymore. But we're talking about Gambians here, right? Today they blew Sama. Yes.
Okay, because it's very important, important to back,
Ibatunga Bang, then I'll bring you in, Omar. I'll bring you in.
Okay.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is I think now uniting the party should be very easy if both camps mean well. Because before the problem was when which executive will fall down to allow the order to lead so that we can be one again. This was the problem. Whether the Yaya Tamba camp will accept to work with Fabakary Tombong Jatta and Fabakary will be the leader as usual, or the other camp with Fabakary will join Yaya Tamba. That was the problem. For me now, as long as Jammeh is the party leader and chairman, and there's nothing like interim, once Jammeh's focus should be, okay, now I've taken over the party. We are going to forge ahead with a strong executive from both sides. Both sides should come together. It's not like you're going to sack X or sack Y. The camp of Fabakary and Yaya Tamba should come together and work together, and there should be a formidable executive to be built from these two camps. And that would be easy to unite the party going forward, because there won't be an issue like, okay, we're not going to be at the back bench to allow Fabakary's camp to lead us, or we not allow Yaya Tamba camps to lead us. That's not going to happen again, because that's no excuse they can put forward again, because that was the biggest issue to unite the two camps before. So I think Jammeh's step is very, very, very well calculated, and I think that should be the way forward. He should give the green light for both camps to meet now and forge a strong executive from both camps. If they really believe in Jammeh's ideologies, if they really believe in the APRC manifesto, and if they really, really, really want to work together for a better Gambia.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree entirely, because for me, you see, the problem is, I'll come to Mboy and Omar shortly. You see, the thing with me is, Mighty, your speech is very good. And you hit the nail on the head in terms of Barrow's third term. So, for instance, sometimes people will say, oh, Barrow shouldn't go for a third term. But I think those calls are more about Barrow failing than anything, because if you bring in a president, even though the Constitution says 10 years, 2-term limit, and the president is failing as woefully as Adama Barrow is failing, it is up to the citizens to say, we're not going to give you a second term. Even if the Constitution says you can go for 2 terms or 4 terms or limitless, the power is in the hands of the population to say, nope, we're not going to give you another term because you're failing. Look at the murders that took place just 2 days. Between yesterday and today, 2 tragic murders of our mothers just killed like that. Women and children, vulnerable communities have become so exposed to danger in the Gambia now, like nothing we've seen since we were kids, all right? Gambia was relatively safe, absolutely safe for everyone, young or old, black or white, tall, short, big, small. You went every inch of Gambian soil, day or night, and nobody ever feared that somebody was going to jump on them. Before the last presidential election, we saw a young girl from St. Peter's was murdered, and they harvested her dignified parts of her body to go and probably practice some ritual somewhere. All right. They killed her in the most tragic, the most graphic of circumstances, took her private parts, took some parts of her body, and left with it. Last night, another lady was killed in the same manner. They didn't take any valuables. All they took was some strange parts of our body were taking. Again, this is a year before the presidential election. Last time, it was a year before the presidential election. So I'm thinking, what sort of community has Gambia turned into in the space of just 5, 6 years? We've become monsters. We've become so depraved in our ways. That's why at the beginning of this program, I was saying to everyone that what we have here is not just the system. All right. We have a cultural issue, underlying cultural issues that are causing us some serious problems, threatening the existence of our own beings, not the country alone. The nation has turned into something so ungodly that we couldn't even imagine. We used to hear stories like that or see them in Nigerian movies or Indian movies years ago, but those stories didn't become reality on Gambian soil. They were movie fantasies. Now, what we used to think was fantasies, unrealistic, is actually happening in real time on Gambian streets, in our bedrooms, in our living rooms. Things have gone from once a probable nation, a rapidly developing nation, the safest nation on planet Earth. The Gambia has suddenly become so ungodly, so dirty, so untidy, littered in every single corner of the nation with the work of iniquity. And you can't explain why we have to do these things, because right now people are struggling to survive their livelihoods. Survival is first and foremost for every single individual, for their families, for communities, for people to be thinking about other things that include killing human beings just to take parts of their bodies like their tongue, their ears, to go and do whatever you're going to do. We never imagined this coming. I mean, if you don't have security in a nation, you don't have medical services. How is a nation supposed to provide the platform for development? But anyway, I'll bring people in that can introduce themselves. M-Boy, you come in first because you came in before Omar. M-Boy, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there, Mr. Tamba.
All right. You're welcome to the program. So today we're talking about Adama Barrow's attempt to go for the third time. You can speak in our own Gambian languages. You don't have to speak English. If you speak English or French, it's more universal.
Maybe Mandinka or
Yeah. Either of them. Speak Mandinka, speak Wolof. You're more than welcome. Thank you very much to the program. Bading all. The program all B. BLM 31st of January 2025. Mbe kachala TikTok and YouTube. Lamin Tambalem and Abadi Malebe kachala. So thank you very much. Today is Friday, 31st of January 2025. Thank you. M-Boy, be similar. Wala dugase.
Yeah, Mr. Tamba.
Yeah.
The Laftamin Fola is very clear, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Dolbebe live in Gambia and Gambia Fana Ben Dolbele.
Yeah.
But the Nindela Tamin Fola Wolem Yentiko, maybe they are the Nimbo Gambia or Baby Nimbatakon is because of Dol as Gambians, we don't listen to the manifestos of our politicians, number one. Janding a politician like Janding Borla Moko Maka Noma, you know, maybe it's better we listen to the person's manifestos. For Nina manifesto, they are for the interest of the nation or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Nia Jibe Barrow Janda Beni in declaration of Kala, you know, come and attack third time Ronla again as president.
Yeah.
You know, Kujamal Bekeri in Gambia economy along, you know, he should have talked about them, but nobody more call for the government spokesperson pre-fintina world.
Yeah.
Recently, I don't know, Athletic TV Gambia, ngela postoleri signed nga me back you know, a murder case happened around, I don't know, up provinces area.
Yeah.
Just imagine a country like the Gambia. Every time things like this are happening, the police, the Gambian police will continue doing these investigations without any results.
Yeah.
Hence, told Gambians we are not ready for ourselves.
Yeah, Bojang Ibatung, Bojang 1 minute. Murder Sabaleketa over the last 48 hours. Do keta up country and ye musufula fa jang kombo jang. So Jalika Koli, hello Seni Ture, Maria Matamba, member caring TV, hello ala mbalbe bismillah la program to be. Okay, thank you, Bojang. Continue. Then we'll come to TikTok followers, mbal fanang mbal tintula mbal jaila. So batunga Bojang ya diamo jandimita Omaria, then say more content TikTok or any YouTube. Allah barakabake. Thank you. Omar, continue. Bojang, continue.
Yeah, Mr. Tambante, this is my first time like a live game, with someone. So I really appreciate maybe my voice will be heard, by Gambians.
Yeah.
The country me along, price control from a sort of country, then you just gotta do all a break right? No price control. Ikara brika male ya fo ko mburo ni nyebe fulu mburo ni nyebe ke mol kana fo bojang kundan ko lafta do morola wala kudol no manke woti.
Yeah.
Fulu mbur with nyebe in brika ma, it's $50. Minne manke Gambia kono. Yena to faji kunda is $30. Just imagine brika man faji kunda. Look at the distance there. It's not that much,
Faji kunda in Brikama, it had justify no lamburo eke $5 difference because ni moto be travel la kamburo samba from Furo. From Faji Kunda Kata Brikama, ika men spend essence to Kataka deliver can't be more than $1 extra per loaf because ibuka buru kuntu killing samba from Brikama to Faji Kunda. Ika buru jamale samba. So ika jubela cost be nyame, you transfer it to the customers. But that big gap is unacceptable. Amanya na sotola.
Imagine now in Brigama you buy a full loaf of bread with beans is $50. In Fajikunda is $30.
Imagine $20 difference, and you can't justify that. It shouldn't be happening.
And in a time of government back work, so political seat up, they are starting to bring fake manifestos to people, and still we Gambians want to listen to them.
Yeah.
So what I want to say as a Gambian is memol be danila. Ngan leader sol the manifesto la moy. Kana ela action jibe wala kudo ela manifesto after nga wala moy ni atara before last campaign Adama Barrow yemi for amake anataka kuoni again manifest to the Gambians. Should we listen to him? That is the question.
No ntela mo la Brikama fango ikamen diamo ako abe free wifi di la gala wifi manda ako atata ka power planto men yele gale je president Jammeh membola koma yala nan katanu power plant do yele non 2018 2019 wo power plant ale
for real.
Yeah, so natata Brikama call kan akoy ko mbenyine do kula in 2026 nali and tombong. Do you think they should listen to him?
No, Mr. Tama, this country is a disgrace. Me ala dani ala embe mako inshallah.
Amen.
Alama ngana fasum interesol pack aside na country the country's interest nga work first priority.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, yemen for walem Gambianol nyanti la moy lale mansa keo kamem for wala momo be mansa anyini kan abe mem fo kan campaign siloto amune fonun kunun abe mune barakan nun kunun yes fengol ka falin ne kunun mem fota ning menketa kunun ani membe kering bi is a fatano ya moyle bare mome alan ko ay fen jama fole several times sinya jama amanna bara. Why should you listen to that person kalala ko ninga carte diala be banko do ko la mo sifa mo nyana mela mola sako Adama Barrow be nyame atelo lota mol nyala ako ha is fine han ni tata campaign tre loto fen dia ta ya fo moli han ya lon ko ita barala mun hadama hani sutio te ko masifa fola sako kake mansa ke o ta lo mol nyala ka fo ko fania man kasia
man security. No. Alama ala endema, Mr. Tamba baraka back and I'm so emotional, but it's okay, my boss.
Abe beti ala inshallah nganyo muta
na requesting accept.
Yeah, nga continue kachala nin na mol diamota nga kampanyo ke nga mol la manifestos all jube nga translate mol ba understand lale cool katanya men people will begin to wake up. Gameno nyanta menkela wala.
Okay.
Inyanta stop tale kanyina ko last 5 years you were suffering. Ni election on nata mani bote killing samana wala jimbo packet killing samana wala jabo samana because election on nata afoy ko the last 5 years ibenum batamen kono gal nene mela sulong inene mamboro sangye because sa le tata loptano to boriti ila tindingol kata school men to be sikam banko kan sang koten yeah silol man tara dada kan mol man hangi fansun silol la anymore the criminals have taken control of our streets. In addition iman dangwoto itata ka mol la salol nin cabinet to kamol attack ajube bari muso men fa atomu nyaka silati kunu suto yeah if fansum cabineto yeta ye taragi fa pour muna ilafta ke tuloni how do they call tongue again how do they call tongue again nengo ituloni nengo ka okuntu ibe okala munati ka hadama dingo niota just because ilafta ituloni nengo dronala
it's too much
dula sifaji malo bo abeta ta nata security le mantara Gambia kono ajube men kejang access bank inata baw ye bagasol sika ya sunya tata president jamela tamo ite futala boda fangi be mutalal
nundo ngaje move le kono science community reality
is reality what more fantasies lam mol man ko lonno Gambia ka moyle ngaje move to mo bukaji Gambia ni tawta yake eta senkan thank you very much Bojang Omar
yes
if put an program out yes
thank you very much nga diam mo better bakale
yeah
because Gambia be problem min kono bi ndeka jibile ko Gambia no fo leñi lay fon ka because ni akoro Gambia ntol mam problem soto Gambia nga problem mo bijele na bot patene about the security ni aje yim bebe kerinte because of this ECOWAS ndebo le blame la ECOWAS jadi min problem
yeah
because ni akoro ECOWAS be banko to
yeah
Cairo bukataraji
no
okay yemi la kabani 2016 up to now ECOWAS be Gambia security dumale so da Gambia
Hanifeng is worse than what more wato men mantara nung Gambia.
Okay, so nte wakante jahal bakle because troops ECOWAS la troops will be jealous now Gambia more far be Gambia every day.
Yeah.
So why is ECOWAS na security personally? Because munekata ema doko di wolela ni ata ko me doko di wolela e be doko kelale.
Yeah.
But ni ECOWAS mi ala ko ECOWAS tara banku jeleto mi ala ko Cairo masro nje.
ECOWAS tata dula Cairo bukataraja ani nene buka hani war killing win ila existence kono and ya jele ECOWAS ke ika jo dollar so la Gambia government obe jo kanne wo dollar roll niyo tanu yadi Gambia armed forces la ye motol sang the same motol sang yadi Gambia police la and Gambia armed forces tendum bi Gambia be tankarin ko abeno nyame because president jame mang magic samana Gambia ay Gambia dingol leta ay fonka ko al sala on banko tankano motol fele essence fele alse patrol kelo suto tili mbal dangindila albe domor beto sotola albe accommodation beto sotola military barrack soto mbal sambala peacekeeping na nultana se korda luno al fangole na la family nying Adama Barrow la masakunda na the first thing they did ka commissioner busi soldarol bulu meltata fenkoto meltata peacekeeping na andum ike force la kela dollar solta ka change wotumo dollar le kataka ikaga na army anin police anin immigration momo tata misonola ike fansun dollar leta yeta ya change fangye masane kintena la mol nata Adama Barrow 2016 iko ha ntol ba change la leto dala soto then sen and now jo dala soto on top of that albe commissioner jola be uniform ni equipment men dila la kabral kata misonola ba be didok la kudoto yentola soldaro ta yake watchman olte e komok be Gambia na tanko be fela tata tinyata femantala Gambia mesita
Banko Congo haina let them go there nakiri haina buku haramul biji let them go there ECOWAS nyanta kata woleto
no itita auto
ECOWAS duma
yeah itita auto bari yajele ECOWAS wala nante Mali ni Burkina Faso ni Niger ye action menta ka bo ECOWAS adiata nyebake because tubabo le mol samanangde ye kungo mura iko ito mo jihadi sollati jihad sol men kata muslime banko kan be muslimol fala mun jihad si fala wote to babo le la mercenary sol sa manang Sahel state solto ye fankungol meaning fenkola iko ha wol mo jihadi sollati e be jihado le kala kam mali adunta jana munan ECOWAS mantaji kam mali mako ani Niger ani Burkina Faso pour ka jihadi sol nyin ke kele.
This is the point.
Yo, ñinem yemem fo wolem ECOWAS la problem wala ñinte ECOWAS tata la rek it gets worse. And nimme bondi Gambia nga Adama Barrow bondi state house ñinan na tankola. It's not going to happen.
But Mr. Tamba ya jele Barrow ni aje Barrow be ñi sembo slogan ka lo ka fo at if in 2026 election he will contest
Yeah.
ECOWAS le de.
Yeah.
Barrow is strongly behind ECOWAS.
Yep.
100%.
Yep.
Because if in Kabri Jambila new audio fenjida understand in Adiamu Siata.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Gambia no lemde because ECOWAS de damata ECOWAS mambo Gambia no Gambia ne takay rosut laydo ECOWAS have to go.
Yeah. And yemem fo wolem tolla army be I all turn la into watchman all. Ibuka domoro keno molke la no military barracks soto ko wolte la no la je anymore. Na soldarol have to contribute their own money. Police a decent domoro keno ngamoy subo wamo luxury lete. Ibuka domo anymore. Chalo ikata wala sang ni momo lafta ka subo domo ke fan sun contribution wala ke aliata sang aliana tabi wotumo melbe duty over a number of days will ke la no le military barracks soto sang ibuka okay no na barracks soto fen netije ni na soldaro fango jube ikabala fa gale sometimes the same thing with the police force. Yeah, nyin crime mem bebe caring police all ko checkpoint all be siloka. Yeah. Moe Access Bank attack 1:30 p.m. 1 p.m. tilibulo ye kan out of way funti border to police olma mota ajube kodo membe sunya kan Central Bank ibe nyomota kan siloka kodo be sunya dulato Drug Law Enforcement Agency hanin tolla loi bundal law court solto na magistration in George Sol fangol lebe crime borindola Gambia bi mbe bola no bata ko no nyaade le.
Can I interject for 1 minute, please?
Yeah, comment.
Yeah, definitely. Omari because what he's saying is the fact. I have always also believed that the insecurity problems in the country basically is about ECOWAS,
Yeah.
ECOWAS is the problem because the Gambia have ever been safe, but since they came into the country in 2017, it is only getting worse.
Yeah.
So definitely the concern should be about us because ECOWAS, we will keep talking about them and blaming them, but nothing is going to come out of it.
Nah.
So for me, I'm like, okay, Gambia no lenyanta kela banko kanu ngalo because Gambia no boy, it's not like we're talking about violence or whatever, but Gambia no, we have to be standing up in a rightful fight. That's because, like I've always tell people, ECOWAS, as long as Barrow is the president in the country, Gambia no sit and kanyin diam kan songol ken KGB in any tabolaji.
Yeah.
I told people this, and some people are like, okay, the 1 year deal, after 1 year they will leave. They can extend. Barrow, I'm going to tell you guys here for free about almost 100 people watching. Even if Barrow win the 2026 election, God forbid, ECOWAS will still be in the country until 2031 election.
Yeah.
Because the man don't want to give the Gambian people security.
Yeah.
We all know ECOWAS cannot secure that country.
Yeah.
ECOWAS are probably less than 5,000 troops. They are even less than 2,000 troops.
Yeah.
Now they told our own security, our army, yesi suokono, yela kidol be busi bulu, imam fendila, like they are like scout boys in the streets.
Yeah.
So how do you expect those few soldiers from ECOWAS mojelam? They are very few.
Yeah.
More than Senegal, more than Nigeria, maybe more than Ghana. Those people cannot secure our country. No. So Gambian no linyanda kalonko, you will be tulung kantolela. ECOWAS, they are only there to protect Barrow, not Gambians. Yeah. As long as since 2016, anybody close to power or Barrow,
no, fenene manketola. Yeah.
Iba wala tilimbali akan iba wala because banko jibe robiri mi kata jembe nga video jibe e camera ko ibe fimo fangale akkan. Yeah. So nin Gambian ma wuli nga na banko kanu na political landi karala because when the ECOWAS were doing their nonsense in Foni, most of the people they regionalized it. Yeah. Wale Gambian batandi. Yeah. Because imam millo wala problemo min de Foni, God forbid akake banko dol to bare ni alamantul mako aseke problemo mi ngaka ase banko ase dum banko dula bir. Yeah. Fitino mo buka dandulalo. No, mo buka dandulalo. So be Foni kilimbali akay be fa kan Gambian no lenyata ka wuli be ngake kilinti ngaji ko hey ECOWAS atol bigam 2017 tol man na kayra long irato dunda nyim banko ko non tolla kayra longo danta wolto
yeah
sa man ci foni issue fam
yeah
al punti molla banko ko very simple
yeah
because I'm telling you this for free. If Barrow is the president, ECOWAS will never leave that country.
No.
Because they are there to secure him and his close associates. Simple.
Yeah,
so
because
yeah.
Yeah.
We have to take the streets can make sure ECOWAS is finti banko kan.
Yeah.
If we don't do that, we will still continue to lose our innocent people till imbali abetar la banko kan. Ni kido le ka abondi minto. Gambe otamo kido ka tra soldier or doro nibu.
Yeah.
In gun fire like since ECOWAS came into the country, the guns are all over the place.
Yeah, and Ning ECOWAS Nila mandate.
Just like what Momodu Njai just commented. 8 years. Barrow Kamunefo.
Hey, that's my man, Momodu Ali Njai. Thank you very much. Yes. Yeah. 8 years for security sector reform. Yeah. Yeah.
Soldaro bembul ako afanko nyadi ECOWAS fanam bembul. So why is the country still not safe? Why the country not secure?
Yeah.
Why are they killing our innocent people?
Yeah.
Why are they destroying lives and properties? So Omar Kamara mi for walen to nyati ECOWAS len Gambia la problem with security la Carola.
Yeah.
And as long as it begin golte kaira lonna boy.
Yeah, and Mighty, you see what Yamoyle coming for false flag. Yeah? You heard about false flag operations. Every time ECOWAS la mandate kanabang eka mamangole moy funi wala mamango moy somewhere else, and Adama Barrow fangola bodyguards la principal bodyguards are Senegalese. All right, Adama Barrow doesn't trust his own citizens. Yalong Bojang yengine for amonko Bojang this guy Bojang, yes Bojang kai I wala fojang ako. Let's look at our leaders manifesto. Ning mansa mona tabe mansa anyineka. Jatu, can you mute your mic for now, please, until you're called in? Okay, that's it. I've muted it. When I'm ready to bring you in, Jatu, I'll bring you in. So anyway, look at the manifesto. Nila mansa nata konke nkabankole nyine. Bara mansa nying mala ala all citizens sola. Barola bodyguards are Senegalese. Munat na Gambia tingo be lala kakate. Ita mansa maleta la. Ila security di Senegal la. Our own bodyguards Senegalese. Why would you go and give him your vote again? Mansama la fansung compatriots ala banku dingola. But abu ako nkana ka manse ala nyine to go for a third term. Alcohol bita karte tala kadi Adama Barola. Why would you allow your head of state, who doesn't trust his own citizens, to run the security of the state, to be his principal bodyguards? He had to go and hire Senegalese contractors to be his principal bodyguards. One, giving away state secrets. Number two, he doesn't trust his own compatriots. That president is going to come back again a third time to tell the same Gambian people that even though I don't trust you guys, even though I'm not going to develop your country, even though I'm not going to provide security for your nation, I want you to return me to office. Jumale be sonna kala karteta ka di o mansa sifal. Wala na President Jammeh bang pro APRC attack alliance with Adama Barrow, because President Jammeh, you don't like him. You like him. One thing that every single Gambian citizen knows, that he loves the Gambia to bits, that he's a patriot 100%, that he's not going to contribute to anything that undermines Gambia's sovereignty and territorial integrity. President Jammeh will never be a part of that entity. Warakna Kabrun Kacha Keta with GDC, with UDP, with DOI, with NPP, all the political parties mele along coining APRC be kachaki kanung in 2020 and in 2021. Purunga ke alliance form. Kabra alonko, the former executive of APRC was leaning towards NPP, but NPP mampareka doko ke Gambia. They're not in there for Gambia's interest. President Jamako Albonanja Alkana continue alliance diamola. By 26th of December 2020, that's a year before the presidential election, President Jammeh Nala, former executive farmer takadiamo nyola watam, because Kaburako eko, alning NPP member Kachala, they have no interest for the Republic of the Gambia. Ibe Gambia undermine kana, Adama Barrow mantara Gambia dingole je, amala Gambia dingola, amala Gambia security la, amantara Gambia la sovereign wealth develop kanga ba attack ka di Chinese ola, ka di Francella, ka di EU la, ka di Senegalella. Why should I, President Jammeh, an individual of that nature, of his stature, why would I go and support somebody who's selling Gambia, basically? So Cameroon Fogale ko Alfunti Nanje, Gal started becoming snakes. The snakes that we saw, people like Sam Sarko, APRC la former executive, almost snakes already. Nobody should trust them. B, the biggest, the most gigantic of those snakes is Sam Sar himself, who's come out because President Jammeh spoke and highlighted the bread and butter issues affecting the Gambian dining tables, the Gambian kitchens, the Gambian living rooms, the Gambian discourse. More barely along. What President Jammeh said in his audio is true. What they didn't like him for is because President Jammeh has a global audience. He has a global voice. When he speaks, the whole world pays attention and listens to what he says. Ñine Adama Barrow la masakunda li mo len nahari. Nekut ne President Jammeh lu mu waxon ci audio bi is false. Nekut ne President Jammeh daf don fenantu ci audio bi. Nekut ne President Jammeh daf don highlight lu Ken Hamut. President Jammeh lu mu don wax ci audio bi, everybody knew. While lu nahari ga ci audio bi moy President Jammeh su waxe mu highlight some of the issues killing our wives, our sisters, our mothers, our nieces. President Jammeh su ko highlighted aduna bi yepa ko dega. Lolu mo len nahari. It's not that President Jammeh lied. He said our hospitals have become death traps and mortuaries. True. He said our school children are dropping out of school in numbers. By 2021, 51,000 Gambian children dropped out of education. Maybe it's doubled now because I've seen people in downtown Gambia, Bundum Primary School, people sitting on the floor to learn. So Omar, I continue because ila diamo kuntu talenung because Messi mighty lafta nunka contribution o kanunje ni lafta ka continue se continue before mbitala CMB and then Jatu Boasi and in the other people.
Yeah, it's true. So on some model France no contribute na abole nyama no because Mr. Tambani akoro ECOWAS it only Gambia problem odi. ECOWAS have to go. They have to go. Gambians don't how long. Coming 2016, 2017. By 2018, 19 no. We being able to get as Gambians.
Yeah.
But long.
Yeah, and the Yajele attack Sifa, some of these attacks, sometimes events happen in Bangkok and it's possible, very highly likely, it will like instigate Puriela contract or renew. You buy them a love $1,000 like a month. Yeah, ibe they'll feed you. Ibe bungo dilela ibe la dameng. Ibe domoro dilela. Ibe fengo motol dilela ye boring, and they give you $1,000 a month. Senegalese soldarol melie ecomo dominate. Ghanaian soldarol and in Nigeria soldarol melie alonko nibe Nigeria wala Ghana ila normal salary te sambala janninja. But ibe Gambia ibe domoro la free. Ibe la come free and they give you $1,000 extra a month as your salary. Ni murunta ila banko kan ya change. That's a lot of money. What na peacekeeping brothers and sisters melkata peacekeeping na on behalf of the Gambia. Ninatin na President Jammeh ke allow yela salary ta in dollars. UNK jo kudo menna in dollars ikawala soto eta ya change. Yela family munafa, yela community munafa. But saying ikaw dollars all tale ya change ika benefit men soto exchange rate ikaw dundi la poso kono. Then they charge you commission or jandiba futala na own poor soldier sol kang mayaloko fente wol bulu saying. And yung false flag so like kawala ke kela contract all extend. Wa na tanko man tara Gambia. Thank you, Omar. Continue. Yeah.
In 2012, Gamko 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, but kabrim bod na mission line tata headquarters leno more jokoro line into dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah, during the Jammeh time, ntaro nga fali mfangule
Yeah.
Yeah, so akakole nyama. So problem of problem of well ECOWAS let them live and they leave Gambia alone. Gambia is a peaceful country.
Yeah.
Because the problem of baby carrying Gambia is because of ECOWAS.
Yeah. Big time. And ECOWAS a checkpoint also to the Dulalto. Na police all a checkpoint also to Dulalto. Why are the criminals committing crimes ikafunti jana jandi be motala? For it all fangole be crime or commit kang mo malo. Yeah? It's possible.
It's possible, yeah.
Inside people all, they could be doing it. They could be the ones encouraging it. They can even rent a gun. Ka dimolat rentals. Ka fako kido fele go and do your crime ni nate kido murundinka. Yeah, and you give me a percentage. Abeka keleng belek na je. There's been loads of inside jobs There have been loads of false flags. Gambia, that's what's happening now. And the government of Adama Barrow, kunung, wala kunung ko kabra interview with QTV. Instead of half okay, I know there's crimes. Ala New Year message ako, apart from a few unfortunate crimes. Yajele, yembari musufula fa, yena brother do fa santo, being killed. Yeah? Shooting Beka Kambanjul Jang between the paramilitary and a gang of people.
Bansang. I think so it's Bansang.
Bansang, yeah, Bansang.
Yeah.
So every day new crime, every day a life is lost that shouldn't be lost. Hospital all konalemba, streets all konalemba, mfansun cabinet all lemba, mfansun salo to molbe fa kan taring. They don't want the world to know that that's what's happening in the Gambia. Wale deme, President Jamila Diamo be niamo ko ha, iko President Jamila be mol threaten kan. Ay jumale threaten. Ako, na nata ni ko be nyapilaka wala ba mutala na ya muta ya jube. Ay jumale threaten woto. Ama foko ni nata nkata Adama Barrow le kungo bunkidola. Wala ni nata mbina Adama Barrow coup d'etat. And President Jame ma more threaten ama more nengo odioto. I meant for dunia benya ba kan fafuta tamo menda. Some of the international media houses nga interview killing kele. Some of them email me. Why? Mbe busy in the back. That's why I haven't responded. Come water more. Kabrung ya toku yako anyapita sunguto lekan. I had correspondence with Al Jazeera, New York.
I don't know Tufa Jallo. I don't know.
The same TPN got in contact, CNN got in contact, New York Times got in contact, Al Jazeera got in contact, and I sent them APRC's official response. Kabria response je inata realized so this is the context. Ginebeka Kangambia. This is what's happening. Sang when I come any of those media houses talking about it again? No, right. Because it can context kedulatole, because sometimes mole can mole hit on a personal level rather than the actual crime itself or the allegation. So B, mbedaming, ECOWAS be Gambia, boy, Gambia's worse security wise than Benun Daming ever.
Yeah.
Why can't we review our security situation and put Gambia back on track in terms of protecting the lives of the public? Very important. Ning Adama Barrow biya Senegalese bondi.
Mr. Tamba, me, I know Gambia Armed Forces, you know, Gambia Armed Forces and the Gambian Police Force, if they give them the job,
yeah,
ECOWAS they will do the job.
100%. 100%.
Yes, 100% I know.
Yeah.
Gambia security service ECOWAS they will do the job.
Yeah, 100%, no doubt. It only banko secure jam. Yep, Tonya, and they relax that they'll even see stuff. Nko, hanye crime of fangoje, ibe criminal o bande la nyadile. Moto te soldaro bulu. Ila kidol fangi kame use ngamo yala mosulo la sembo. Senegalese mosulo tale yala sembo tala. Yeah? They took our heavy guns, anti-aircraft weapon all. Senegalese ya bele busi ko ha, ikata farafenye somewhere to burn those weapons. Yeah, weapons all born mentole. It only Amira, they're smarter than people.
Mr. Tamba, you know, 2016, 2017, I changes, I Gambia army over affectle.
Big time, because nin soldaro kadiamo lefang all the time. It Amira yalong ning Adama Barrow tonya. Soldaro fareta ka bondi nunje iba bondi lale. But Adama Barrow mo lokirim baleti. Yeah,
so he's very lucky. He's true.
Very lucky because President Jamela 4 months into office, attack all that it against him. For lunga mena funtita office iba attack la continuously. Ya mwele. Yo, bare ntolbe menkela wolem third term tembe Adama Barrow yeta wolem diamoti. Adama Barrow mantara Gambia samba kan dulato na manke dinko kono. Ya mwele.
Yo, but Mr. Tambania ofana betula Gambia level because Gambia no eka call diam at the next minute, last minute, because niya last election.
Yeah.
Ntema mira no ko Barrow be president. Mane mo mira fang.
Ha. Ya lo ngawle fonu njang ali anko ni election no sita Gambia no kanyinale sangi nani sangi lulu komanto ibe num bata men kono. E kanale jaba si kilindila wala mani bote killing samanang wala jimbo paketo samana fa he enamo adunta jana funta jana le ya dila something me alko the average Gambian family be ita domono la tambi 2 weeks nga moyle banjun ko kabri ka nyo wanyari jang iko ye $500 leta each of them ye wala talanta lang inda bangol tema pour ka carte di NPP la $500 kela 5 years wafi. Anila dignity. Anila banko. $500 be muna sanola. Niambur kunto sanjang every day for 1 week. Ila $500 obanta. You want to sell your 5 years just because you want to get $500. So Gambian ol nyante banale ni election on sita. Nim politician o me alon ko incumbent ole manate la kodaka me mansa kono. Mansa ya kono. Akoy ko ha karte dinafa hani kunum tata loptano to iko bori tije. Yen kila ka teso ke banta. Yen kila ka taka boro sam banta. Nyanta men domola nungu bele tata bor jaralo to hani sang na jaralo balo mantara fisiare. Woto nte carte di la anymore be modole la manifesto ka jube modo membe diamo kan akona nata ben na loptanol dadala abe na karambungol dadala abe na silol dadala abe nying a julone safaro abe lola wakan ka mol makoy mbe wala mbe carte tala ka di o mari la ya moyla ali bang ning election o sita politician ol kana mele ala ko the last 4 5 years sanji nane sanji lulu komanto imal la time soto loptano fentije silo kam fentije namanke cramoti schoolol fentije domoro man sonia agriculture felabe fakan femmantara tama kan in the right direction Adama Barrow alcohol kata cartele di Adama Barrow la koten 2026 alkana song ali mira sanji nane sanji lulu komanto moneketa ane sanji nane sanji lulu nyato munebe kela nali Adama Barrow ta ka murndi wodulato woto nga dati kala moy na candidate olla bala fabe men benna men ya lonko moli ya lonne in public discourse kachalto anindula jamato aka lo katonya fasa amari nyanta wole normal ka jube ha ala doko nyi nyata nombake ala kuma kango nyi nyata andum abuka sound sang abuka ala kola chen ko nyankon korongo bi abe jamba keroto sama abe nete mun koto sinindinga wuleta sinindin ko ba afenta wo politician sifa wala politician no moli ala ko aka fania fo wala kale ko fania fo man kasia alkana song wo mari ye carte keso sotal bulu ngam bangola woto Omar mbadu ngam modol samanan CMB Mohamed Ali, welcome to the program. Ba madam CMB.
Sorry.
Yeah.
If you don't mind.
Jumalati M-boy.
No, Safion, activist.
Okay, Safion,
Well,
okay.
sorry.
Batu mighty yeta, then you can come on, Safion. You can come on after my.
Safion, ani minul nyanda ka ngalo ne momodu leta ka dunna ne, but he really have something very important to say. So mbal Daniel natara alsa sono ali asuna. No, I'm not getting Momodu, but if Momodu also have time, then he can allow you guys to order.
I'll wait.
Yeah. Okay, Momodu will wait. Thank you, Momodu. Let's go to Safion, then we'll go to CMB, and then we'll go to Jato. And then Momodu will come in. Momodu, you'll get your airtime. So, yeah, the activists, welcome to the program. You can speak in any language, any of our languages.
Baraka Baketamba, meta ke follow le. Maybe Tamandelo, but it is like Coleman Lukun Gambia. Metal ke follow. You know my bakele.
Abaraka.
Ebe men kachaka kumata adung niya jaman tambino ila life nyinda nge follow kota keje. Because ni Gambia la kuobe kachaka ndame akadunta balola bakele. So nkala file kala moy. Monebe foka nyindlanto ani mukule vije mialo kase Gambia no nafano. Puru mparanse nda kafoje puru kakacha kuwanyin.
Yeah.
Amanukun ko President Barrow la nyaton kaya kotola banko saita komale.
Yeah.
Foni men tawta wala ifo wala nafa kan ya soso bara manke kunu kundi uti ko President Barrow ala nyaton kaya koto Gambia konola.
Yeah.
Banko saita komale. Jandimbe kacha continue la because ndon self platform donc kala fele kasene andi yen tam jumalet tam safion meleti
yeah jandi ba sene andi la 1 minute mbadi ngol be TikTok live bi arjumalungo 31st January 2025 be TikTok live be YouTube live molba follow kang YouTube so ning nga jabiro ke mola comment la on YouTube on TikTok, don't be surprised because YouTube is a large following. TikTok fanang large following ala baraka bake. So Safian continue abaraka bake.
Abaraka tam passé dans fa kundan kolti be besring Italy le mu PDOIS member le fanati so portal munti member le munti registered member le fana munti adundalo mo Italy chapter la chairman oti fana.
Very good, very good.
So
So Gambia lo kobe kachala damen akan mira bakele. Ado akan niyo torafana because PDOIS meta kulu melu kachala Gambia kono wati o wati akafindile niaje nko nga banku di ngulu karandi banku di yale ya fahamu muna mu banku di ya fangoti yinku sifalu wala mpuru kawol mitigate kawol da soro pour mo kana tulungalla alkachi kajibe parce que ni la banku di ya kalamuta ye lodu la kalamuta banku kan ibu ka son mo kunkilina wala molu mel babale tella interest kama ye tuluila parce que president Barrow la interview nyin kono nimme ngala moy nin hakilo la baki akamota la history la lafta ka fa sayin kan wonena man Gambia nafa president Barrow e promiso leta Gambia dingolu yen manke moti mi alon ko lafta kame sembodo modo be fintila nari nyaadi le karala because atemu advisalty because atemu deputy speakerty because atemu ministeralty aka fo e ko nite man sa abula sayi NPP be fala le so NPP la parti ya anafani fo mo jallabe fo mo kilina tamu NPP te bankaje ko niwo mantaraje mo ko tata tambino la ka NPP londa singola so ima consider ntela nyaton ka yabe banko affect kan nyaadi le bari yamen consider wala mo nyindi nimbota napati yobe fala de kambe dungulal tulo yi moyla de
tonya keso
president Barrow mantara continue kan ta tamula because I Gambia le care ala interview ala la moyning ako ning laftale kaji bari molle ko nyanko la patio be doyare ne ni jita sanyi abe fala which means president Barrow la tam contest amantra ki come for the interest of the country but amalla file NPP fa that is a failure president Barrow ko do ta businessman ol bulu kabiro lo all over the country kabe inaugurate all over the country I taxpayers money ta 60 million, 45 million, 30 million, 10 million, kata campaign wala political bureau nyilito. Woman ala patio institutionalized no. Pour atese nate botaje Moses sotono men se patio nyin hold on. Fate se contest that time kala promisol be landi karala. Because mole kaye ko itanyanta le ka continue. Wala kende ne constitution review program o nyinta ya jeopardize. Because he left la continue.
I continue exactly.
Telebeje nyame yaje Gambia nol mafoko ntolle betiata mafoko modole betiata bari umare ye kumado fajang aning I am for my grandmother
mighty
ning politician olu futata aketa do ile tibang mbe patio mento anim pati kote ni futata alma ilafta menna wala mu alla balu sanjilulu nala alwo dun tolbulo konola ngamarala alla nafulo sanji lulu nala ala din tella ngamarala mbe nyinni nyina keno la kala balulu fali mobe je president yala sayente menga foko ako sanji lulu nala abal kaninna menna wala mu aliye symbol yala koteke pour NPP kana fa ayo sen yandile
exactly
amantara na kan ka fali ko lafital la karamu le yiriwala amantara na kan ka fali ko laftal la kuran bunda le yiriwala amantara na kan ka fali ko laftal la agriculture le yiriwala ako ate lafta contest le ka continue because nate man continue NPP be fala le woda ma wala ba sindila la bol alla bunda la nana ta campaign alci wolonje wala ke Mr Tamba meta nyum fala Gambia no le ko civic education ka banku dingulu kacandi yi la banku di ya kalamota abe kuma ya la bakele pour momonding Senegal jibe mota tulu nela kota kede kana fo ha ye sonko like le sonko na ya mess up
abetala
next election fa ba jenkende la
very true
because woli ya lonne lafta munela di ya lonne lafta munela Gambia no lu nyanda Gambia no lu karandi la wala la ya lon ilafta munela ye banko je folo nga corruption ni fen ko be men complain self interest dama wala kende na corruption be keri corruption moto fala no momi ya lon ko banko mo la na fulo million tan saba nyanda du na ko kunto inin contract yo si karala ali kacha kake million tan luluti pour atel se million mulan tala nyote ma wo bala fa baliyanti wo mu danna tambolti wolle be keri wolle ben na banko kasara kan
100%
woto nin ku membo nyama ni o kusi fale be kering ni ko be nyalola ko sila kutolo ben na sate bala fal sareto le bete bulu me alon ko nyanta tare la kunko to wala ka senoke wosilo yete na famu nale siba ye fan nyininka nete ya ila suto ini muna kela I konko to le kela bang fodi kono faare wala kela tamani wulita ibe muna kela la dimbal la kondodo subobe tar la jele bang nyebe tar la jele bang Mr. Tamba Gambia maloki because Gambia dingul fon le ka Gambia nyaton ko luma ko pour ka Gambia tinya nte personally APRC government kononto mo victim olti but I never supported Jammeh to be prosecuted. Why? Because leaders all femfendi nibe dun dunia kono woli emenke wala fumata Jammeh emenke but more American leader teje me alon ka mam more thousands of thousands far but inene ta ki dola
no ita sambala ajube ni koy ba date la fanke ke kesi ye sanction ajube be menke kan ye menke non fatu bom benso dala ani e be menke kan Karim Khan la and the prosecutors at ICC ajube re America be menke kan yela just because ila ally Benjamin Netanyahu e ko kanawle kitinde America ko atakela
you see the belief ta menna leader mistake ko ka kebul
abuka bay
ni mistake ko keta fa banda acknowledge ko naman sa kotola konola ñin ñin keta jele is unfortunate amanke ngani yoti num banku hule say nyokan ngayam fa nyoma we move on ni president Barrow president Jammeh prosecute president Jammeh prosecute President Barrow fana nyanta prosecute la because ala leadership failure li akendina 70 people itella calculator 70 kids fata Gambia konola because ni reforms keta coming I reform soul mel promise num moti tarnola medicine control agency pharmacy e tarabulla that means conflict of interest atebe keno la nyaadi le moti membe boro control la ayena pharmacy sotabe wafiro kala daming reform sol manketale pour kawo do mitigate wol bebe kerim because salary lu man soto me alon ko nyantala kadi Gambia di wala abe keno la nyaadi de president Jammeh la EU summit jajande ay motol le luas EU summit keta president menata is more than 40 president ay be jia ibe saita tanaman soto itebe OIC organize na OIC me yalon ko fa yalon han president saitena yela foreign minister lelki yeta motol sang minimum of 12 million fo moto tan say nim feng itelo o sojaro lu fawlu mam moto kendo so de patrol la menna that is a shame
exactly priorities
nyimol kanna banko nafulota ka dundi kol kunto banko dawlu yakata la malari nyaba still nafintita kaka futa tolle ma alin tantawol nin dongol le ka ben konkoto be donna moye mi alon kaka kumande man ikela do kula kumande man sala wala ken la ka man sa ke kun Gambia no nyanta men kala mutala wala mu nyindi ko mamman sa soto Gambia kotaki kabrin queen ye independent ta yadi Gambia la ngalwa le safe ko nyanta kanna nyaton ko tombo nyame nyaton ko nyidumbe do ko le dikangela sanji lulu nyanta kamenke wala mu sanji lulu nyante kontibola le ye ko lu melke wo sanji lulu kono that means do kula le niti ni sanji lulu banta ya kontibo ay sanji lulu nyin kono ay mu do kuleke ali nga stop ke kumandi mansala ke fanken kunna mansala leti mansa karto bu ka fay we no bota ya dimola ka keje they are our servant it's a lot of kaje command privilege position le tele a create wo nyama amantara blato ko force wolo mo pour ka padio mo soto amantara blato ko force wolo mo pour ka allowance soto salary kendo ta ya ibe kulot allowance dilan mo la nyaadi de ye travel allowance diala ye telephone allowance diala ye rent allowance diala ba fa wala suwo kono dika rent allowance diala dika fuel coupon diala ika wo be ka funyoma kadi mole kana jo salary la up to $500,000
so this is it and yajele the activists OIC they estimate la ko 300 million le tinyata je dollars US dollars But na sister comment kejang, na sister do a commentary kejang ako, and they could not even pay the OIC drivers for only albala ndingo kenung amanko albala ye gere ndingo kenung puru ise jono kodola. Imagine that you spend $300 million.
Yeah, no friend found out how more kono meli protest.
Your meli protest ke ajube President Jame OIC summit kejang. There's a legacy, a state also totale. Familial be sirinje e fan sutura odulato. OIC la legacy munabije namanke silolti the flyover. Even the arterial routes, the connecting routes, nanyanta nala o jual kare joto. Ima odadano. For OIC summit nata tata. Ima odadano. Munen legacy bije kaita ndi mola ko OIC 300 million onyeng a spentala nyama. Estate all man soto. Silol man dada nyanta dada la nyamen. Molman jono ya kudo beta ya pusu pasa ani yemen fono wolem e ka kudo menta ka dundi katale ye application no dundi for road construction. And road construction, average estimate, if you're building an A-class silo, the estimate is $1 million per kilometer. Ikatale $1 million per kilometer loan. Yeah, loan, julo. Ikatale ya donto ya sambana. But nina ta silo dada, eka C-class wala D-class silo la dada, one rainy season, second rainy season, silo ya wutu aitinya. Yeah, the rest of the kodo ya dundi la poso kona airporto. Iko they spend $42 million. US dollars renovating the airport. Are you behind standby generator mantaraje? Kurango betala fat all the time airport auto. Yajele. So I for all them activists a beta ta nata doi meta kadoko menke civic education wala nyanta amplify la ni agent tol dolbe sawading. Yeah? Embo jang yengine fonun jang. Gambia no ning ama affect personally e jama bije buka wuli ya ko diamo. Mighty ya fono janne be fonyi dingol mem faka no Senegalese la army mo jama bi jebe derin num just because abe fonyi drone affecta. So sometimes mol kante ngini kala ka fanko itala life be comfortable ring ibe doku beto la be siri ike fanna time waste monela ka Gambia political okay. This is the reason why I'm not going to wait puru ayen na fansum family affect wala ayen te affect gandimbe wulila ka civic education okay. Ni ajembe nyim platform all dada jang aning YouTube and in Facebook, puru doi meta ka menke in person and in bukolto. Until it doesn't mean you have to be a doi member. But the more we give people informed choices, the better decisions our people will make. Nina more correct information also between now and 2026, especially in Nagambe dingol membe Santo Sate Oltoteng, Adama Barrow will not win the election in term. But defeat, a very serious defeat, but bondilaje. But the institution or niaje, Fenjamaka ke Gambia fanang, aning President Jamaica accused no menna, ninga institutional data fa bambanta kut, nimo moe illegal order ke, police wala soldarol bafrako no, ntakela, naketa ko President Jamele kia executive order di, I want to speak to President Jame Fangola orderly soul just to confirm. Yamuele, there will be checks and balances. Some of the mistakes that we make will not recall. Mistake obekele, man sekunda menje, sometimes intelligence information all them. Intelligence can be wrong, or sometimes the forces can go heavy-handed. Yamuele. So what mistake all kakele? But people want to know that you've taken every step to prevent the same mistake from recurring. Yamuele. And yeah, mistake on ya acknowledge le, you put stops in place, bro. Akana happen no kote. Wala na happen ta abekela kudolati, but it won't be deliberate. It will be the same circumstances. Nyanta wulila le kao jube going forward as citizens. Be na responsibility totally every individual mo be mo politician olati because suoko no ngasila ka now we electricity below kafole by 30%. I mobile affect. But muna na ite wulila ka fo doila manifesto to iko ibe kurango sambala nang back under the government control in the Gambia rather than ka outsource to Senegal and in Guinea Conakry and in car power. APRC de kabri benun jang Gambia yela own power station also to le and kurango abuka kenun ko abeke kanyame airport auto yamoyle APRC ko ni nata iba kafula le to make it better nyanta kusi fale jube la before we give nakarte taka di masala yamoyle so nying is everybody's responsibility nga diamo but en kana nyina the last 4 years menum batamen kono and in the next 4 years mena batamen takila by electing the wrong candidate. emphasis nyanta tarla nyenato ila diamo nyi nyata bake abetiata bake and everybody ya lonko doy metale ka civic education okay andi bukake mansala poso to Adama Barrow tatale mid the farmer store akwabe loptan talulu lola CRR je diaspora club tata ka loptano lo free of charge ala mansa kunda yo loptan lo nying yata yatinya
billahi o fay ni ko ya fen kenna
I 50 hospital all men promise ama lo CRR je Gambia dingol men be Gambia e banta inata e bulo kafun nyokan e ko kaloptanol dandi free instead of government have ko okay aliyemen ka betiata back in fact be transport provide la pour building materials nalia need ka bondi combo ka samba chairman every time nal sulatala because aliyemen getting is good so the government is going to be a partner in that development ima okay iko ha UDP ko lebije anin fodo en ko lebije mele yalon ko ni loptano lo ba fola mole kon tele loptano lo hanna keta wala bije loptano lo ta pour jumale kama for the public isn't it
oppositional buka fenke jam
ha
tani lafta man sakunda mako ela singolo je kat kanake
e ko kanake so muntumale tolbe wulila pour ka banku dingol apart from government muntumale banku dingol be fen lola mele yalon ko abe community benefit la muntumale mbatu nga CMB sambanang then sinata
1 minute rek nga conclude
go ahead
ala baraka programme en kumata mbe tarla duma kala moy comme ECOWAS la troup ko nyili mel faram comme Gambia non nyanta me understand la wala agreement no membe ECOWAS ni Adama Barrow tema is to siko Adama Barrow and his family ECOWAS mantara jam pour ka Gambia sikio Gambia non nyanta kanyi understand ko as far as Ali President Barrow Bulajang, ECOWAS began the Pruka President Barrow da male protect. And he va protect Kane. Atel dingol se fanole, al dingol se baramanole, al dingol se offense to no, there's no problem. President Barrow etara secure in draw. That's their business. Ala baraka bake ngal konto.
Yo nga moy nyin somanda fan kadiamo nyame musudole banta because ambulance mantara je ambulance man soto bo aketa no ne last year fana bari musu nyimma na koto ke dola muso fan abantale because Brikama Health Center ila ambulance o esanso tije imagine that bari muso la life
is common in Basse ke command le fani command ro ke fay ka fo le fo esanso bal bulla ba
look at that woto mol kan namo jo pour mune kama Adama Barrow fangola headquarters Basse ni wobe ka kanje ita amira Adama Barrow be funtila ka fo mole ko be nyine kala pour ka Gambia doku.
It's crazy.
So nim President Jame funtina ko alla loptanol is womo mortuary solati and death trap soul. Ay gal deme. For President Jame memfo tonya antem. For President Jame mange Gambia citizenity kango wulindi ka fo mole ko nyina be kerim banko kan. Ya moyle. Andung amantara ke kanu wotu mo bare nitol nata kote ngas APRC nyin ko nyin batabe bolal. Yeah. Yo abaraka the activist CMB welcome Esama mun ga laka any language bulane so buge laka wolof is good so buge laka so wala jola is all good wala pular
yeah tamal nuy nala
jerejef final
ci affaire Barrow mom ko ci interview bi dégg naa ko wante ko moko déggee sax donc daf ma métti boo xam ne ko so understand the word to the was at a big meeting. Moneka what boom you son money about the about the investment for diaspora. Well, if you have $1,000, if you have $500, I swear to God, it's any diaspora. Kufa de fali sama. So what you do
Yeah.
Can boom mucha jel halisam diko dugal ci foso yi boom am sa.
No, do them.
Boom am.
Yeah.
Because what is the problem? So you about ECOWAS, what is the problem? I mean, come to say the Barrow League. ECOWAS, no de suran fum dem neka fum living yep mo fa de neka.
Yeah.
So da nga gis legi Barrow fa de neka mo neka nakala wat DPO am bi rek mo fa de neka. So ci de fum munta dem rek DPO am bi rek mo fa de neka. So why Gambian people Gambian yi dañ faté lo xamné comme niki dañ wara bay sen xel bu baax
ba sa
bu paré about the security thing comme la ñu wa Gambian ni
yeah
ñu fatalé ko né Gambia dañ amone niki yo xamné ay nit yoo xam ne comme when you come to security they don't play.
No.
They don't play.
No, they don't. See, brother, see, they never play with security. They don't, because they've been trained to look after the nation, to look after their own brothers and sisters. Yeah.
So, legi so ñëwee nga ñëw rek nga dem génne security yoo xam ne ñoo doon téye dëkk bi yow ñooñu su ñoo romba sax yow dofuloo sax nga def yeneen loo war a def sax doo ko def. Because soo seetee ñu ñaata général la génne depuis bu mu toogee bëri na.
Bëri na. Yeah.
Jenena general Sabe, jenena general Umpamendi, jenena general Ansumana Tamba, jenena general ñaata general legi yo holal lolu rek.
Yeah.
ñooñu nga xam ne daanu ko dofloo sa Gambia sax.
Yeah.
Yo ñooñu luñ mën a def kan moo ko mën a def si biir Gambia bi.
Ak experience buñ am yëpp, because time boobu noonu brother gis nga soo attaqué Kartom Barracks balaa nga àgga Sanyang sa ñu kof la. That's how good the Gambia Armed Forces was at that time. You attack on Kartom Post. Bala ñu naan àgga nañ Sanyang Gunjur ñu kof leen. They caught them straight away. Tey xoolal waajureeyoon suñ paramilitary officers Sukuta traffic light Senegambia end went all the way to Jurulu luñ wax because man old na ma ne boy bi is not the real suspect. Well, how did that person escape the country? Time President Jammeh bo fetale feed because gun crime was 0.00 something. Well, so sa fetal bi taka do jena si deka bi dañ la tie bala nga jena si frontière bi.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
But what's happening now? Nga jena ñoo xamne ñu am experience like Musa Savage, Umpa, Ansumana Tamba, weapons experts, you have security intelligence, and the other one Keba Jiba or Keba Jame on military intelligence. Ko hamne, he was very good at the time, Luma Dega, New Jeneko. Just because of land, guy then Duga government at Sila Kujabi. Yeah. Yeah.
So you niki yo comme like so sédé comme sécurité bi yépp comme da nga fane comme ñeneen niki am fa ñoo xamné comme ne mëna déel Gambia bi comme ni comme ñi ñu ma nekk di won ni comme di nga gis ni ku bëgg déel Gambia comme ni
yeah no do am ko kan nga déel ko xamné amul time pour visit hospital te hospital bi mu ngi si gannaaw négam bi musuta jog ben bes mu ne ma demagum ma doxantu si hospital bi pour seeti suñu hospital bi ban condition nekk yaa ma dégga wala mu dégga ne am na benn truck bu tampon xale yi Kafuta ñu indi leen Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital ba ma doxantu rek dem si hospital bi seeti xale yi. He never does that. The only time he went to hospital was based on nguuram bi si boppam bu mu fetale ay ndawi Faraba ñu rey leen. That was the only time Adama Barrow went to the hospital to check what his government has done to kill Faraba youngsters and injure them. Yeah? Security be ana security be CMB.
Yeah, for sure. Bodan one last election borombo nono. Ale bundre nono mari.
Wow.
It was my colleague.
Wow, degulo.
For sure. It was my colleague. So mom ninkore sitami istabi.
Yeah.
Can you remember Easter time after it was Easter Wednesday or Easter Tuesday, something like that. It was Easter Monday, then get on after we knew it.
Yeah.
So they go guy more than they would have more on to you and Nagala and Martin. That the guy would not under no.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because this thing come like Neko Loham because it's a spiritual thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't want to talk about it and then they will never talk about it.
Unbelievable.
So,
Mungo Demba defon the same thing spiritual because why would you kill somebody and take the ears, tongue, and their private parts? Why? It's obviously work of some dirty elements, instruments of darkness. Lola nyoda Hollywood down with a promise of big life. Yeah. Since that we there, but what na your buy some hell? Everybody with a sister, with a wife, with a daughter, with a niece. The time now is for you to provide security for them. Make sure they're careful. Why the Ganeka dictators our own cabinets and you fekalafa? Yeah? Rayla. Just like they don't tell this woman. Own negam. ñu fekk ko fa rey ko jël whatever they wanted to take and they disappear. Why would a nation be like that? Why should we allow that? Why can't the government take steps to prevent this sort of stuff by setting examples? Why? Naka nga set example, so there's our own drug law enforcement agency, ñoy dawal drug trade in the Gambia. So there's a law court, some magistrates and judges say, ñu ngi duga si yefi drug trades ak jail ay bribes ak yenane, you can hamot. Yeah? How is it going to happen when your police are themselves compromised? Naka nga enforce these things and set examples.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
So and then the bank robbery.
Yeah.
And then the bank robbery.
Yeah.
So there is something about it. How can these people have information to the bank and then they have it might come like in charge of the bank?
Yeah.
People should be arrested.
Yeah.
I don't care. Come like I need information more come like these people need information more how long you didn't deliver?
Yeah. No resistance. No resistance. Inside job. When they were inside job.
Also.
Yeah.
How they come? Some need come like follow.
Yeah. Yeah. They didn't even do a warning shot. They knew rek magis ñaari security ñu solon blue mbuba nono. Ñu ngi daw pour dem no buji. When you read Jama, I shouldn't be laughing because it's tragic. It's tragic. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Bama in the CMB, Holaguma in the Jatu, then you are Mohamed Aliu, then we'll go to Zico and Osman. So Jatu, Nakam. Yang si line be. Jatu, you wanna come in? Okay. Jatu mungi mute. Bama demagum si Mohamed Ali, welcome to the program. Jerejef, Nakanga def, Suma brother. Yeah, hello.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime, all the time. Thank you. Fair enough.
Yeah, I just wanted to contribute a little bit.
Yeah.
Because they're not allowed to English be a wall of you.
Yeah, good.
I feel like Gambia, we should always put our national interest first.
Yeah.
Not everybody gets what you want in life. And a legacy can hamut. But so a national interest.
Yeah.
Your conscience will always be clear.
Yeah.
That again, Gambia no more is not the right direction. And we all know how Yaya Jammeh left the Gambia.
Yeah.
And we all know these security sector reforms that were put in place, but it doesn't have to take 8 years for us to have our own security. Because you remember when Yaya Jammeh was taking over power, they were talking about how their soldiers, foreign soldiers were paid more on the job.
Yeah.
And soldiers felt neglected and they felt like they just had to do something. And I see Gambia repeating kind of like the same kind of mistakes.
Yeah.
Whereby for 8 years, soldiers are sitting in barracks and watching foreign soldiers take care of their security and be standing next to their president. Anything. So, in my own understanding, it reduces the morale of the soldier.
Yeah.
And it doesn't show well. It doesn't portray. If we cannot even secure our own selves, how do we expect other people to secure us? Basically, your security should be everything. If your people cannot trust you, then there's a serious problem somewhere. So I feel like we really need to do something that would be peaceful. Barrow, he said he doesn't know how much he relies on these technicians and technocrats, which is very humbling to say because he never thought in his wildest dreams he'll be president. And, we can sit down here and say, but everybody knew very well there was no confidence in Barrow was going to win.
Yeah.
Just to be honest. Because for 22 years, if somebody's in power, you just bring a new face few months before election and then you say this person is going to win.
Yeah.
Well, I guess because Gambians were also tired. But what I want to say is, I strongly believe that diplomatic efforts need to be exhausted to make sure Yaya Jammeh He wants to come home. Let him come. Let them give him security. Let him go stay in Kanilai. You secure because it will bring unity. Just like how Yaya Jammeh brought Sadauda Jawara back into the Gambia, and things were peaceful. Many. South Africa. I'll give you some examples. South Africa under apartheid, these people were killing one another. Nelson Mandela was locked up for 27 years. When he came out, he could have said, "Let me go after these people." And he didn't do that. He charted a new way forward for South Africa. Liberia, no, Astafullah, Ghana. We have seen how J.J. Rawlings was a dictator. J.J. Rawlings then hang nitisi poli, didn't shoot. Ghana was gone. Like basically, Sudan re-entere, but they chose reconciliation and they decided not to prosecute J.J. Rawlings. The interest of Ghana, Pulmudem Kanam. So those are just few examples I want to bring back to the minds of Gambians. It is doable. And when you are a leader, you need to be strong.
Very strong.
Or you are trying to please a group. Degala, victims, nobody is going to pinpoint anybody. You don't care about other people. Or you there, or you them kaso. We are all human beings. We know that there were executions that happened. We know that people were sacrificed. We know so many things that have happened that have come to light. I'm taking part of responsibility also. The family tell you turn yala rek. Hope you ask yala mu balal you muna duga heaven. Because you can pray all you want. You can be the perfect person, reading the Quran, praying, doing everything that says. But you will not enter heaven without Allah's mercy.
No, you won't.
So you can be the perfect human being out there, but without Allah's mercy, you cannot enter. So the family that's what I'm saying. Yaya Jammeh chahane uton security, and we know that Yaya Jammeh was very paranoid. Paranoid in the sense anything Lune tell he will act on it. And the Ghanaian issue, I'm not going to testify. They thought they were mercenaries.
Intelligence failure.
And but the process of how they were executed was wrong. So these are things, and I don't know that case was settled with the Ghanaian government prior to this government.
So Balanga continue. The issue with the Ghanaian citizens, Lingawa Degala is intelligence failure. But again, when you look at the law, criminal law says once you've subdued a suspect to a point where no longer a danger, you definitely therefore don't have any right to continue to eliminate ko. So netki, if you're a soldier or a police officer, you're trained strong enough to be able to take a stick from a civilian or a stone thrown at you from a civilian. You don't shoot a civilian and kill them because they have a stick or they have a stone. But if a civilian has a knife or a gun and they're threatening, and if you warn them, put it down, put the gun down or put the knife down, so they park and they start rushing at you with you can shoot them to disable them if you can. If you're not a marksman, you're not accurate. If you shoot them and they die, unfortunately, from the incident, you're not at fault. Young Madiga. If it's a gun, it's the same. Hair or something light, that's not going to threaten somebody's life. So like Jammeh Hersa, maybe it'll hurt you, but it's not going to kill you. You don't shoot them and kill them. So Lingawa Degala, the Gambia government, I can confirm 100%. That time it was the former Ghanaian president who just left last month, or this month actually. Moi one foreign minister at the time. Nana Addo. More agree on Nguri President Jammeh, ECOWAS, and the UN. Nearly intelligence failure. So because of that intelligence failure, Gambia government have a yellow responsibility. That's why so they glue on Jammeh Commission. The government of Jammeh took $1 billion from the Social Security. Half of that money like yellow and convert to dollars. You compensate the provable cases there. There on see intelligence failure. So they compensated the family. They agreed. You close that chapter. So that chapter is gone. So my legi Ghanaians jumping up again and they want to go on it. That's why Nana Addo didn't entertain them at all, because mom, Hamon na what happened when he was foreign minister. So at Ngiringaro Bundan def at noise Bundan make with those Ghanaian citizens, Nana Addo knew all about it. Lolota didn't make any noise about it. And when Mahama was there, he didn't make any noise about it because these things were agreed, signed, and sealed. It's still a tragedy, Bohamne. We have to acknowledge it. That they happen. Every country, all of Libya, Americans did it. The British were a part of it. The French were a part of it. All of Syria, all of the whole Middle East. Africa itself is an example of democracy's failure because the ocean bopa cradle of democracy. That's the United States, United Kingdom, France, and the EU in general. Those were the ones that went to Africa to perpetrate heinous crimes. So every government bodies, the father of mistake. While Lingawa Digala, acknowledge those mistakes, try and correct them. While continue, then I'll come in again. Thank you.
So I think that it's very important to share that information. And any information that could be proven that was settled, that would be helpful for many Gambians to see.
Yeah. They got published on, I'll find the publication link. Mungi on the UN website, actually. I'll find the link, then I'll share one day.
Yeah. Another thing, we have seen how the TRRC, where people had come and confessed and said this and that. But we have also seen, I specifically wrote to the Department of Justice. I told him I had a problem with one Barrow, Alaji Barrow, who was part of December 30th.
Yeah.
And was made the lead investigator.
Yeah.
So, Gambia, in charge.
Yeah.
Kind of investigated. So it was like there was a conflict there, and I had serious problems with that.
Yeah.
And then you had people being given red carpets when they were coming to the airport.
Yeah.
And then violate laws of the government.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But if Ghana did it and reconciled, and South Africa did it for the betterment of South Africa, why can't small Gambia with 2.5 million or almost 3 million in population, for the sake of peace? We have seen how the ICC has been created. It has now been turned into a political weapon where they just go after third world countries and people that don't have any power. Because the United States, which I love so dearly, we put 4 times in the Security Council just for Gaza to have a ceasefire. They did not want a ceasefire. And over 40,000 people died. And people know these are crimes of humanity. This is like a genocide happening there. Sorry for these words, right? It was what happened. So now you have senators in the Congress. The Jema sanction ICC. Honorable Fatu sanction on. Now they are trying to put pressure for them to back down, not to go after Netanyahu. So what should that tell Africans? What should that tell Gambian? Young age is Niger, Gena and ECOWAS. Burkina Guinea and ECOWAS. Mali, Gena and Guinea Tom is almost out there or somewhere. Africans need to take charge of their own destiny. But the victims need to be taken care of. Reparations, Warutona jail 8 years. For this, for people to have medical care, for people to be compensated. You can never compensate money with a life. But it will make things much easier to assist with the kids that are there, the family, just to take care of basic needs. So, man, I feel like there's been a failure there in the part of this government. But, Gambians be careful and be mindful and do what's best in their national interest by making sure that we don't go after each other. No point in going after each other. You are now seeing armed robberies. You are now seeing people doing dirty stuff. If things explode, it is not in our interest to prosecute or arrest because one, I feel like and for those who keep saying full presidency, I strongly believe everybody has the right to their own opinion. There's nothing in that constitution that is stopping him from running for office. It is the individual. But man, Shishuma own health, gis. Moi talk na 22 years. Mugina them talk for 8 years. Koku still loves the country and has the country at heart. But when he comes, let them treat him as a former head of state. Joko Kiram, we have seen how the assets were sold. And they were sold behind closed doors. And these very same people prosecuting, they have benefited from those assets. And what Gambians expected.
And what you said is true. If they sold,
money should have gone to the victims.
Exactly.
And what happened? What did wrongs to fix it? You know, how do you justify that? How do you justify saying that the man is corrupt, but me that's investigating him, I will take that money, and instead of that money going back to the Gambian people, I will actually benefit from that and take it. Who is corrupt? Then that means you are both corrupt.
In fact, you're worse because you know better and you're gone. You just So the thing is, Lingawani reparation, they sold Jammeh's assets even before the Janneh Commission sat. So Harris Bobu Nono, Munan and Kojel, and compensated the real victims. At Nyohamne, they needed the compensation quicker because medical condition do they have when it's gonna get worse.
So many people have died waiting for medical attention.
There we go. So that's why Mohammed Ali, when I saw them saying, "Oh, we need another $150 to be able to prosecute Jammeh," Maham straight then you're yellow one. They're just looking for money to put in their pockets again because the sources of money therefore dry up.
After they had spent $100 and something million plus for a new constitution. They ended up going down the trash.
123 million on the.
Now we are talking about $150 million.
8 point something billion dollars.
You know, so ñun deka bobu ñun fa di yellow one rek amuñ dara. We don't have no factories that's exporting goods and services.
In fact, they closed them. Ñom ñoo take Banjul breweries. Ñom ñoo jël suñ cashew trade, which gives Gambia government 30 million euros a year. Ñom ñoo jël ñu ngi threaten pour jëlaat Cheralams mu ngi waaj a close. Ñom ñoo jël suñ tractors yi that was providing adequate food for our market. Ñu jaay leen. The same people.
But I'll let other people come. Why fuma buga danele rek moy. Lamin Tamba, nit ki so jume. Jegalul, ask for forgiveness. Lamin, let me remind Gambians. You remember when the election just happened? And the results were announced. And it took a while before the results were announced. A lot was happening. But when Jammeh took that phone to talk to Adama Barrow, and said, you know, it's the will of the people. Many Gambians were so happy. And victims themselves were congratulating him. And people were crying and people were happy. And people were saying, Balal Nenko. That is what forgiveness and just gratitude shows. There's no limit. With sincerity and take responsibility. He was the head. But sometimes you don't even know what's happening under your roof.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But when he takes responsibility, most people will forgive him. And those who still claim they're forgiving, people like Uncle Oje Jalo, they forgive him.
Even Dabosa, at a personal capacity. He's forgiven.
So those who still are holding on to something that they will say that they haven't forgiven him, they can still go the route of going to court. But the national interest, the government itself needs to take the lead to say, hey, let him come, let him give him security, let us still continue this process. You know, let's hear from Yaya Jammeh's side. Then if Yaya Jammeh asks for forgiveness, let them still continue on their process. And then at the end of the day, the government and the people will decide whether to proceed or not. But I don't think they will, because here is Donald Trump. When Donald Trump won, what happened? They were supposed to sentence him to jail. But because of the law of the country, he's a sitting president. He has immunity. The law, the constitution in the Gambia gives Yaya Jammeh immunity as a former head of state. But if they want to base it on this hybrid court with ECOWAS, let these settlements claims come out. But this was already settled. And the families had already received nangam and nangam. And the government of that body had already accepted the settlement.
100%.
You know, so let's move on. Let's do what's best in the interest of the country. Anything and I'll say one thing. I don't hate Yaya Jammeh. I don't hate Barrow. I don't hate Dabo or any of these people. What is good about Jammeh was at least he had visions of 2016. He was pushing for farm, eat what you grow what you eat. You know, infrastructure, tele, airport. You know, and he wanted Gambians to respect their sovereignty. Senegal, that was there. What I don't like about Jammeh was under his watch, he has done terrible things. I don't need to be convinced. I am convinced. And it was under his watch. And it didn't have to go to that extreme. Young ages. And so many things have happened. And Barrow for man, he was never ready. Barrow for man, he is tolerant. He is peaceful, he is humble. But Barrow is also surrounded by hyenas. They had even insulted their own tribe. And then they were embraced after all they did into UDP. Then they went back. Then you have seen a lot of people. They look like what legacy Barrow. Even my father. People applauded him, called him a hero in 2016. After that, what happened? They send a dance of a such election. Then they come again when they win. Oh, he's a good person. You know, in the next 2 weeks he'll be done. His time is up. He'll retire. And his conscience is clear because Nicky Lloyd. And one last point I want to make. When a mistake, an error was found, Mom, as a Juliet, if this is an error, there is nowhere he will keep quiet with it because Mom bamelem agyalam. So that's when he gathered everybody to show them that this is the error. Like during that time after Lulu, people were talking about prosecution. You know, you remember when they were celebrating, then after them they were talking about we have to prosecute him. We have to prosecute. Then Yahya Metom also played his cards. And that was how he negotiated with this agreement with the UN and chambers and all these leaders coming in and out. Because he had to play his cards.
And then they didn't abide by the conditions of the agreement.
Then they say it's a declaration. How can you not agree to something and then yet still it is a declaration on the UN website?
Then you're not saying because
they know Gambians are easily fooled. Gambians then they know how you boile. Why go halat at hell? If something was not an agreement, what is it doing on the UN website?
Exactly. Then you're they know what the truth is.
Everything that they agreed to, they throw in the trash. The MOU was agreed on. That was a referendum. Because some of them the campaign they wanted 3 years. And then they voted for you. Man for man, that was a referendum. Because the people put you there and you think the family and die.
Absolutely.
So there was nothing stopping him from resigning peacefully. Nobody was forcing him. It was still a will. We have seen how also Usainu Dabo had come and said 5 years. Then after Lulu, when Bunko Dahe, Montamit Munyawat 3 years. He could have even used somebody to talk on behalf of the party. But he was the own Secretary General who went out there and said 3 years. People are not genuine. Agreements they throw away.
And they never throw it away for national interest. It's for personal aggrandizement.
Even now they just interviewed him. He's talking about Patembi. You know, it's too young. So that means digital party over the interests of the country. Why man for those saying no tatam, I don't agree to that because you know what? When the power of the majority was there in parliament, when they had the right to change the law into 2 terms, they went for the age limit. They went for the age limit. Gambian bulende nangu niti nyulende yobwale. Man suma yen. Jemlena wa former president Head of State Jammeh mu apologize, work with this government diplomatically to make sure that he comes back to Gambia. He is a Gambian. He has a right to come back. Let him come back in peace, Mijoko security. You know, and then let us unite and move the country forward for the whoever's best new vote. Why bulen ken no dilen na hat dire bro?
No, do Ahmad. That's why we're here. Mahmoud Ali Njai, Jerejef. That's why we're here.
I'll get off.
Okay, no problem. Jerejef, we appreciate your time. All right, so by them to Jatu, Yangi on mute, so they go on first time, but you can come in now.
Yeah, that's my brother. No, yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, the Faguma Dara Mangi Har Siri, Akpuli, you know, John Machere, Lakira. Degulo ma jola nyankatange woto.
Ansenu fani yap.
Yo pibonyole. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. Sen wax bi yep rafet na. Digane yalla. Waye man dama don laajte rek lu tax yaay jame mun li ciow bi bari yep lu tax yaay jame mun te ñib ci dikam. Yaay jame c'est bon citizen, yaay jame c'est Gambian. Yaay jame lu set moko gene Gambia bi mo dem. Lu set buga dekam, yaay jame su buguton dekam. Ya xam nga ne yaay jame ñu ko jola man so xam nga ne yaay jame su buguton dekam. Lu bari dina don xew Gambia.
Big time.
Te yaay jame understand.
Yeah.
So why not yaay jame amul right pour del ci biir dekam loolu la xalaat. Loolu mooy wax bi fi mu ne parce que coow bi dafa bari. Benn nit wax benn wax rek coow bi bari Gambia yëpp ne déedéet. Yaay jame dafa am right pour ñëpp si. Gambia ñu ngi sofa Gambia dañ soona. Gambia Europe ko amee. ñi nekk Europe ñoo amee Gambia. Gambia bari na prostitute, Gambia bari na rey, Gambia bari na armed robbers, Gambia moom security bi mu dugal Gambia noonu security bi secure kenn. ECOWAS boobu moom rek la ñoo secure famille. ECOWAS lan lañ defut foo ñi ñu ngi fa di réep xale yi di leen biiral. Lopitaan baa ngi ne li amul garab dialysis xale yi ndaw ñooy dee. ñëpp a ngee sofa xale yi ñaata xale yi drop out school. ñun mi nekk fi Europe ay neighbors sa xarit yi sa neighbors ku nekk a ngi école dimbale suma doom school fees dimbale ñu tey amuñ luñ lekk. affaire si yëpp nekk benn boor li ñoo wax noonu nguur boobu nguur bu korop la te Barrow moomu dafa nekk leader boo xam ne dafa korop because Barrow sa nit ñi dañ ko war a dimbal because Barrow in the first place Barrow ci boppam macho. Président bu macho du def lu moo def.
No ba pare su macho on.
Speech yu moo joxe sax. Speech yu moo joxe sax daf laa woon ne sa Barrow li moo wax sax Barrow is not xam nga man depuis day one dama ko gis de man leen kii wérut.
Exactly same Jatu man the same thing. Waaw.
Like keroog bi yaay damay jooy ba suma.
ma ngi jégal 1 minute Lamin dama bëgg a wàcc dama am ko jën call balaa maa wàcc rek ngeen foog ne dama mer.
Okay ñëwal Ousmane Jatu mel Ousmane 2-3 minutes balaa muy dem.
Sorry Jatu dama bëgg a wàcc rek waaye su ko defee su ma wàccee nit ñi foog ne xëy na dama mer moo tax wàcc waaye just take 1 minute. Gis nga li nga wax ni first of all nuyu naa la bu baax Mr. Tamba.
Jërëjëf.
xam naa ne xamante ne bu baax waaye suma mbokk nga man waa Kuloro la. I always like to introduce myself when I come to social media.
Okay, brilliant.
We are serious.
Brilliant.
And I'm from Foni Bondadi.
Okay, nice.
Yes, so I know Cynthia. We are brothers. Number one, Adama should go out. Let's all the Gambia agree on that, number one.
Yeah.
And then you reduce to try to, I know, Yaya, he has done mistakes. Gawara has done mistakes, all of them.
Yeah.
While because the Gambian system, then try the let's try to put in the mind of the people how to remove this bad government. Because after the people, they get confused. Like how you started, when they get confused, when the election comes, look, only one man has the central bank, that's the ruling government. As you say, incumbent. So when people are confused, the last minute election, you go out, you have nothing. He go out, you have 1,000 envelopes. He's going to win you. And this is the problem of Ghanaian politics. So then when you throw all these blames, man, okay, Jama should come to the Gambia as a normal citizen. That is up to the government. While you see, even this UN, they are all criminals. Gambia, we must change the system. System like because if you don't change the system, you will have a president. You cannot do nothing. Because you don't want to talk state house, so so what if IG? Mange you in okay? Jatu ñew man, xam nga yow doko yek?
No.
Jatu indi 1 ton of cocaine. Xam nga yow doko yek?
No.
Man ma nek director of port, man ma dugalante ak Jatu. So at the bu tojé ñi do na am groupe ñu ngay indi fi drug. No, the point is nañ waxtaan ñep gis nañ ne Gambia is not going. Even if it is going, man li ma di advocate in the Gambia moy ne legi no president should stay more than 2 terms. Period. Let's all the youth we start to fight with that number one force. Because nga suñ tejé bunda bobu non ko tok dina ragal. Why? Because nga suñ tejé bunda bobu ko tok bala mo tok la de ragal why so hasi de tok bro ya am the central bank ya am all the places. Nga tay go defé minister somebody else ministre bi ak broda sa ba ñaxal jërbatam yi ñu ngeen lekk ñooñu duñ ko bañ ñooñu tamit seen boy ñu ngeen lekk so this is the system they are using against us ma ngi jégal nag duma mën a sori si waxtaan waaye topic is very important te man li ma di advocate rek let's always concentrate on how can we take out this
guy
the best thing we can use now for the local people in villages we don't want people to overstay you see maybe they can listen to this but when you start definitely because na ko ni jayam mu ci government su ñewé wéru koor mu dana may ñaari saaku mala duñ faté lo am nga ñun julit lañ so dañ ci delon njukal te delon njukal bobu mo delo suñu gara
exactly
sonal Jawara mo sonal Adama Barrow and as long as we don't change that anybody who comes nako sonal
exactly
jigal nak ngeen baal ma dama wara gën nak way I'll be following I'll be listening
all right jërëjëf Ousmane ñu ngi ni TikTok suma TikTok followers yak YouTube live man la Lamin Tamba tela Friday 31st January 2025
dama la def follow dama la déglu bu baax
thank you very much send my message ma xam sa account xej na ma follow la yow it Asmana, yeah, we're like related a little bit, cousins.
Yes, small forest junior.
Degulo.
Yes,
wow.
I know your family are my family.
Dega. All right, that's good. We'll go back. Thank you, Osman. Yeah, thank you. All right, Jatu. Back to Nidamatsi Jatu, then we'll go to G file.
Lamin lima wax ni comme Ousmane limo wax ni drop yi duga ci biir dëkk bi ñu diko jaay tok ci mom ci bopam bokana ci photo yi nekk Gambia yépp nekk fofu di Thiès xalé yu ndaw di jox xalé xaliss ñuy dem Dubai di ñew nit ñi xam nañ lu nekk Gambia bu baaway nit ñi nangu ñoo wax te li mo Yaaya Jammeh dafa reuy TRRC kan mo gëna ne Yaaya Jammeh dafa reuy ak ñi fa nekk yépp kan mo le wone Yaaya Jammeh dafa reuy kan mo wax Yaaya Jammeh ñom Edouard Singate jongolas yoy reey yeb ñu ngi dox biir Gambia lu tay Yaaya Jammeh amut right pour ñew Gambia pour dox biir Gambia
wa ba pare dañ dañ chargeon Yankuba Touré
amna ki doon wax legi ni ne yang sa biir kër Momod Njaay mu ngi naan yang sa biir kër te xamuloo luy xew sa biir kër amna yo xamne Yaaya Jammeh waxu ko santaane wu ko Yaaya Jammeh dafa am right te lu mu doon wax degala moto mi jël jaay assets yi jaay waruñ ko na jaay understand kanilay mu ngi melni like jungle place kanilay so gisee num disorganized barki dem bala tok fi Sweden la ne kamon tok di setan télé bes marongo ñi di sit lo xamne at least sax bu sa Jammeh nekuton sax it was a place like nit ñi di fa dem di visit sax xamne this was our president's asset and this was Gambia's asset the victims sing doon wax biñ jaayé moto yi lan lañ ko def ñoomi neen ñoko gënda ñoomi neen Ousseynou Dako mi ñoo wax ni ni Momad Njaay wax la 3 years lañ waxoon waaye bi gaay toogee mu ne 5 years même xamee ne affaire yi loxoom bi laa la tut ci domodaa bi mu wàññiwaat at pour la ku nekk nga woon ne sa boppa nga fa toogal baadoole yi ñu ngi gën a soona ñi am nag ñu ngi gën a am te loolu is not fair is not done we want Jammeh back so Jammeh toogut sax mu toog ak président bu fa nekk ñu liggéeyaat dëkk bi te dafa am right pour ñëpp si because Jammeh peace la génnee ci dëkk ba fa amaat peace ECOWAS mu ñëwaat ma ne ECOWAS su xol baa ngee
ECOMOG ñoo bëggoon na attaque so mu
dafa am right pour deswaat because peace la génnee dëkk bi so peace boobu moo koy indiwaat bestam su jotee inshallah rabbi kenn mënu koo teree ñëw Gambia dina ñëw Gambia te luy xew te dinañ xam ne nit ñi sa dañ ko soxla suñ ne Jammeh dafa rëy nañ laaj lan moo tax mu rëy ak kooku lan moo tax bañ ko rëy understand so Gambian bi dañ nekk nit ñoo xam ne no doo dee mën a understand gis nga dañoo nekk di wax di yow bi affaire si xewee lan lañ def Gambian bi dafa rëy gémmiñ te du def dara Jammeh bi mu fa toogee ban dëkkaañu yàpp sénégalais yi sa dañu dee abal leen ñu suñ seen président bi 1 week rek Jammeh bu nekkoon Gambia ba time bi no it's a small Dubai sax duñ ko ñee because business bang doon xoolal suñ géej bi Lamin xoolal suñ géej bi ñun gën sa mënatuñ koo am
dëgg
dara mënta dox Gambia dara xoolal suñ sécurité billahi walaay Lamin Tamba man maa fi jógee Sweden 2024 bis ma yaay gaañoo ma ñëw pour jaale si.
Yeah.
Lamin Tamba gis na maa ngi romba diggante foo ñi di dem fii naka la waat sa boori Makati.
Yeah.
dama doon jooy bi ma gisee soldier si ma génne suma xaalis bi may leen ma ne leen gëndaleen ataaya.
Yeah.
dama doon jooy suma brother bi ma ànda muy drive mu ne ma lu xew ma ne ko xam nga suma yaram baa daw soo gisee ñi fuñ toog ak time yi jaame.
Yeah.
ñi dañ mel ni ñoom mooy foreigner si.
Yeah.
dañ mel ni nekkatuñ nit nekkatuñ dara they are out of the country.
dafa sad daw na yaram trop.
dafa sad soo gisee ñi fuñ toog ñoo xam ne ñoom ñoo nekkoon ci gannaaw jaame xam nga moto yi di toppati non affaire si dafa sad. comme li nga wax nii rek seen ñi dem peacekeeping ñu leen a fay dollar ñu ko génnee di leen jox dalasi pour lan.
corruption rek pour kal gaay seen xaalis dugal exchange benefits yi si seen post loolu la ñoo def.
li moo liggéey nii yëpp projet yi Yaya Jammeh la Barrow lan la def moom dafa continuer rek. Barrow amul dara luñ def. Barrow daf ñu sonal Barrow na step down. Gambian si eewu leen. Gambian si xam leen loo leen buga. Gambia dafa ndaw Gambia xoola Sénégal ni mu développé. Sénégal ñu ngi dunda life comme Europe. Sénégal la ngi développe Gambia mënut a développe du courant du ndox. du tali du dara. Gambia Europe ko amee ñi fi nekk Europe ñooy yónnee dunda suñ ko yónnee kenn du lekka. Agriculture bi teena lan moo nekk Gambia fu mu ne lan la nit mun a wax resources ban la Gambian am.
resources bu ñu amoon. Oil and gas bi kenn gisaatut ko dafa niru. Oil and gas bi dafa disappear nii.
waxatuñ si dara ñëpp a ngi ne pat. suñ bi yaaxa nañ ko. Sénégal bi xale yi dañoo taxaw koñ be koñ.
waaw Jato maa ngi gisoon démb Jato xam nga gisoon nga vidéo buy daw YouTube fan yële suñ 5-star hotel Sheraton ak Coral Beach they were closed. Adama Barrow fii la taxaw New Year message mu ne Gambian tourism is booming. Tourism suy boom in the Gambia. Why do you think 5-star hotel bu mel ni Sheraton hotel ak the next door Coral Beach, why did it close? Luta our 5-star hotel they close. Sheraton is closed.
Exactly. 5-star hotel to be the Luta.
Luta we close if tourism is booming as Adama Barrow said it. Why is a 5-star hotel closed plus another sister hotel next to it, Coral Beach, ak ENI? Because tourism, if it's booming, bookings defa down 24/7. Hotel rooms, so book it in advance, though I'm hotel room. Mutahafi munene tourism is booming. Fana tourism boom when your hotels are closing. People are getting laid off. Tourism industry mungi wait.
Barrow English sam koregut. Barrow fum talk di nelaw. Barrow da fa febar. Barrow werut ñi ko select ñoom seen bopp ñoo werut because ñoom seen bopp dañ buggee unexpected president la. Barrow moom man li ma dee wax let him go nañu abal rek.
Dega
Barrow fu am mu dem billaay nit ñi dañ sona fu am ñu dem man dama dee toog fi sama xol bi dog suma bi ngaañoo ba léegi munu dew ma Gambia sax.
Sad
because suma xol baa dee dog laami.
soo gisee Gambia lu mel tey.
yëpp a ngi seet jaamo time am daf leen ne soo leen wàññiwut ma indi dimbale baadoole yi. te noonu la daan def. te su weeri koor bi jotee nit ñi dañoo rang State House muy maye maalo free lu nekk gis nga nit ñi. billaay Yaya Jammeh bu leen téye te Adama Barrow billaay dina layoo ñun alaaxira parce que yàlla dina ko laaj naka nga jàppee woon sa njaboot gi. sa nguur.
te
very serious laami.
very serious. kii Momod Aliou mu ne Yaya Jammeh dafa war a apologize waa Gambia ni tam dañ am a lot of apology to send to President Jammeh because luñ ko tooñ luñ ko tuumal lu bari luñ teg si deram fekk defu ko xamu ko bari na they should apologize. So the long and short is ñun ñëpp a war a jégalante ñu am reconciliation is the way forward. But the thing is, Gambia ni dafa am lu bari loo xam ne wax nañ ko bind nañ ko they've said so many things loo xam ne President Jammeh xamu ko yegu ko defu ko amutoon. So those things it's affecting everybody now. Many times.
ni mënuñoo am kayit ñëpp ñu ngi leen a deport because of nguuri Barrow.
Yeah.
Gambia ni soo leen eewu doo leen eewati.
Exactly. Jatu Bama dem to G-Fal ma ñëwaat ak Charles welcome to the program and G-Fal. Yeah. Dañoo dem to G-Fal. G-Fal ya da nga later ñëw okay di nga am sa turn dañoo demagum to G-Fal, then we'll bring in Ami Kamara Smith, then we'll David Sarr first. G, you there? Hey, na G mu ngi mute. Ba ma dem to Sarr. Sarr, yaa ngi si line bi? Oh, G, okay. G, you're on the line. Jerejef, welcome to the program. Pretty Yamu Jerejef on TikTok. Pretty Yamu Jerejef. Maa ngi nuyu ñëpp ñu ngi si TikTok live and YouTube.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tamba, and everyone here. Assalamu alaikum to you all.
Wa alaikum salam, G.
Alaikum salam, bro.
Mr. Tamba, I definitely have a lot to say, but then I will try to summarize it.
Yes, because you have 25 minutes to go, so try and summarize it. You dem si Sarr, then to Ami Kamara, then Charles.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much. Man currently man mangi kole like from the Gambia, man mahini Gambia right now. Fofla neka di waheni. I'm also one of the young people of this country. Man, I am one of the fortunate people in Amantane. I'm a degree at a very early age. More so, I don't need to tell you more about me, but then, man, in Gambia, I think I have the first-hand information compared to the people that are not here currently.
Yeah.
Regarding all the happenings that is going around within our country.
Yeah.
Perfect. Currently, if I may talk about the economy first, to be honest with you, man, in my own opinion, man, the guy that came on and say, Jammeh need to apologize and all that. Of course, no man, would want to say I live my entire life without making one or two mistakes. These are inevitable things in life.
Yeah.
But then prior to Jammeh, apologizing to the Gambians, I think the Gambians owe Jammeh the biggest apology back before 2016 rather.
Yeah.
And see 2016 obviously. Obviously, man, I have a mark, Mr. Tamba, me talking, I have a mark around my waist.
Yeah.
Because I was on my way from Bundung going to attend lectures at the university, then in Brikama.
Yeah.
But then a guy saw me with a green card. No one, in fact, that green card is just pure green, but I was stopped.
Yeah.
I nearly lost my life.
Wow.
And more so, if you look at what is happening here currently, it's really very sad. Man, I'm a young man of this country. Very sad. Man, suma education entire life.
Yeah.
I'm still in my 20s though.
Yeah.
Okay, but yala dimalana I'm now my degree at a very early age, and currently I work as a teacher, economics teacher in one of the senior schools.
Yeah.
But then I can tell you what is going on right now in this country is a serious concern. 100%. Wallahi, I have the first-hand information regarding everything happening here. Yeah. When you come to the economy of this nation, you cannot understand how high the cost of living, wallahi, in this country. And then look at the standard of living of people in this country.
Very poor.
Believe me, if you're in
gone
Gambia,
down.
you will definitely see a lot. 100%. And then I cannot just understand, because the last time I was checking the Gambian budget as well, I cannot understand how these people play with figures. They're joking with us.
Yeah.
They're seriously joking with us. But Gambia needs a complete surgery. You know what I mean? Complete surgery. I only need 100%. Okay, that is not part of this Gambia. There is no sector in this country that is definitely progressing.
None.
I can tell you for that.
Yeah.
None of the sectors is working. I mean, if definitely you come to the area that I work, that is in the education sector, I can tell you the earliest that teachers are paid, especially the senior school teachers on board schools, the earliest they are paid is on the 10th of the following month. With this high cost of living.
Goodness me.
With these current poor conditions. Yes, as I speak to you now, they are not yet with their salaries.
Wow.
Okay. And when it comes to security, many a times, currently I reside in Fajara. Currently I am residing in Fajara. And I leave Fajara to go to work. But then I can tell you, by 9 a.m. onwards, Mr. Tamba, your life is definitely in the hands of God. I know life is always in the hands of God, but you understand the point I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know. Security.
People can attack you any moment, any time.
Yeah. Sad, very sad.
And when it comes to the health sector, man, I lost a brother. I lost a brother who I see at the same moment that way.
Yeah.
I wouldn't tell you he is a natural death. I know back in the Gambia, in Africa, we always have this belief to say, okay, time are more jot and all that, you understand?
Yeah.
Because of the faith that we have. But I can tell you my brother lost his life in the hospital due to something that is avoidable.
Yeah.
I can tell you that. It's avoidable. Because he was going on the operation, I can tell you this, because I was right there present. In fact, I had to blow one of the nurses there seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, something, I'm telling you, he did the operation already, but unfortunately, you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Before he even asked the boy to just get up, we saw blood all over, bleeding. When he breathed in or he inhaled, you saw blood flow in other side of his body.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry to hear that, man.
That is very serious. But me, the way I am talking, you could feel I am speaking with anger. I cannot be able to arrange my words very well. I am speaking with anger, 100%.
I'm so sorry to hear that, bro.
And something serious is happening here. Something serious is happening here. This country needs complete surgery.
Yeah, this is like...
Jammeh, definitely. Before Jammeh could apologize to the Gambians, Gambians need to apologize Jammeh. Because, sorry to mention this, I don't know if it is against your platform, but I want to single out one political party that, will say the architect of all these things happening in this country. That is UDP, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
In 2016, they messed up. They've said all kind of things.
Yeah.
They've done the unthinkable things in this country.
Yeah.
In my opinion, Jammeh needs no apology, zero apology to the Gambians.
Yeah.
If you compare Jammeh's crimes, as they said, to the Gambians and Gambians' crime against Jammeh, Jammeh need no single apology. That is my opinion.
Yeah. Thank you very much, G-File. Thank you very much. So the thing is...
I'm sorry for the strong words. I am hot right now. I am really hot.
Yeah, it's same. Look, I lost a good friend of mine on Tuesday, just gone. A childhood friend. We grew up together. I spoke to him 3 weeks ago on WhatsApp. And he asked me to get something for him that I couldn't get. And he passed away on Tuesday. I was looking for what he requested. I couldn't get to him. And a simple complication that in the United Kingdom, for instance, you walk in and walk out just like that. Within a short period, they've given you every single thing. And in the Gambia now, it used to be sorted out in the Gambia before, until our hospitals have turned into death traps, like President Jammeh said. So that's why since Monday, when did my friend die? Monday. I've been absolutely cold like ice, knowing that the lives of Gambian people depended on a simple oxygen cylinder or on a simple 2 to 3 liters of fuel in the ambulance to take them to somewhere. You know what? That's why I feel guilty sometimes, because before 2017, I knew very little about Gambian politics. Now, I know so much, I cannot stay quiet, because if I stay quiet, I'll feel guilty that I know something wrong is happening and I'm doing nothing about it. All right? This is what is going on now. Yeah.
Mr. Tamba, where I just want to conclude, like you said, because we have a few minutes more to go, so I want to conclude quickly. And where I would want to conclude is something that was happening back in the early 2017s. Despite being in my 20s, what's my exposed to this beyond 100 right now?
Yeah.
I am being honest with you. Man ma dem to an office, man ma yobu my credentials to an office, ma binda puru, trying to look for employment here and there. But then the response I got from the guy, I was so disappointed.
Yeah.
I was so disappointed. After putting up all my documents, he was like, I hope you are not from Casamas. You people I don't understand.
Yeah.
And blah, blah, blah. Trying to discriminate my ethnicity.
Yeah.
And I can tell you as a result, among the people that applied for that, because we did a training, a little bit of a training.
Yeah.
We did a little bit of a training prior to the employment.
Yeah.
But I stood out the most outstanding among the rest.
Yeah.
But because of the ethnicity that I belong to, I was discriminated.
Yeah. It's back to PPP
These are
days.
things that are happening. You want me to grow up with these kind of things in my mind?
Back to PPP days, and this is
I'm not gonna lie this. For the fact that because I'm a Jola, I even hardly.
Yeah.
For the fact that I'm a Jola, I hardly even speak Jola, because a lot of people didn't even know that I'm a Jola. I can speak it very well.
Yeah.
But when you ask me, I never wanted to socialize myself with anything that has to do with, ethnic differences and all that. To me, because definitely I've gone to school for 12 years and I've 4 years at university. So, numbona bona warma neka nit kuy halate in that level.
Yeah, but that's something lo hamne President Jammeh def ko jene on because President Jammeh will President Jammeh def jene on discrimination. Sir, welcome to the program, David Sir. If you're on mute, you can remove your mute button. Nga contribute to program bi. Just got discrimination bini bo hamne so amut connection do leka so amut connection do am scholarship so amut connection do am ligay singurgi. Façon discrimination bobu la President Jammeh jene in 1994 to start with. In fact, President Jammeh first heham bi fala joge. Ño hamne they had their mouths on that milk bottle. Bogu ñon mu jël milk bottle bi mu sédalé ko with the other Gambian citizens. First have bi fala joge because there's evidence that PPP, the bigwigs in PPP bokon nañ ci 11-11 coup d'état bi buñ triumph first against President Jammeh. So because of land, President Jammeh dafa jël ñep émalé len, they didn't like it, they wanted to kick him out. So now we're back to that same era. For hamne, if you're not connected with somebody in government, do leka. If you don't, if you're not supporting the incumbent, do am ligay, do am scholarship. Holal, this employment visa migration to Spain. You go jail the cotton, the cotton NPP. Instead of giving it to all Gambian youths, you hamne, they're fit and proper, they can go to Spain for ligay. You go jail, jok the cotton politics, for joko youths NPP rec. Yeah. Yes, Charles Mendy. Jerjev, Sir, you're on mute.
Dinala talk to because there is a time below for this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why the first thing, because they have not a why anyway, first of all, it's a program be anyway, the Mahamud I'm gonna schedule say, I'm gonna time in big because of Yala ham lingan finger nega low for negative fees. Why am I looking alone so they don't possible? I'm gonna so don't know 2 or 3 times in a week, you know what I mean? So if you muna I'm gonna you muna see platform be come like this, so if you see ideas because of I do that APRC supporters. They have lot to say and I do believe that they are more logical than the other parties I'm hearing on the ground. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Which makes me, I don't usually, you know what I mean, interested to be sharing ideas with them. You know what I mean? So, Lolo the flower one, how far away behind Gambia is. You know what I mean? So, sinyo come some masini, you share ideas. Man orna mane APRC send boba dinañ gëna empower because dañ gëna enlight Gambians pour ñu mëna xam the right direction to go. You know what I mean? Because there is a lot going on. And as a concerned Gambian, you will not be sitting down saying things going like that. You know what I mean? So anyway, so I mean enough time. But I'm gonna come right now ni. Fuma bugona jëlé bugon na xam lan mo neka the main topic ak lan mo neka suñ number 1 goal. You know what I mean? So ko defé at least ma gëna mëna xam waaw fan lay doré ak lan lay mëna share enough because of man President Jammeh dama ko respect bu nga xam ne not for the Gambia but for the Africa in itself.
Africa in general,
mun nañoo represent si lu bëri because loolu may yàlla la. te as a doomi Adama da nga war a am pour am understanding boobu noonu. yaa understand. So
dégg la so topic bi topic bi the first one was waxi kalaw yu Sam Sarr doon def si WhatsApp bi against President Jammeh's speech ak Sidi Njie si boppam ak ñeneen ñi ñu daan wax ne President Jammeh audio bi dafa mel ni AI moo ko record du baati President Jammeh so Sam Sarr la njëkkoon na rubbish fii because Sam Sarr mu ne ñoom Fabakary Tombong Jatta ak seen executive bi ñooñu dee snakes waaye ku jënaa nekk snake bu jënaa nganda Sam Sarr amut si politique yi Gambia yaa ma dégga the reason muy back Barrow léegi is because Barrow daf ko jox xaalis mu back bukam bi pour muy dem di defi business. So this is the problem with Gambian people. Ñoom su ñoo njëriñoo dara, even if the country is sinking, they don't care about the country. It's an own interest. The same Sam Sarr ku taxawoon fii pour stop Adama Barrow from swearing in or taking over. The same Sidi Njie couldn't swear. The two people who are going to lay their bodies for President Jammeh, tey ñoom ñoo nekk di wax lu kenn xamut against President Jammeh. Sam Sarr dafa ñëw si audio instead of muy discuss lu President Jammeh waxoon si audio bi mu door di attack President Jammeh's personal life te lu mu doon wax si personal life of President Jammeh lépp fen la. Sam Sarr is not in contact with President Jammeh. In 2021 dafa ñaan pour waxa President Jammeh bañ pour waxa Sam Sarr yaa ma dégg mu forcé boppam be dugga si tiimi Fabakary Tombong Jatta ñu doon négocier ak Adama Barrow pour lan dafa bëggoon na déggoo ak President Jammeh pour mun a benefit pour dem gisante ak Adama Barrow si gisante boobu nag mu dugal fa own interest am bu moo benefit tey looloo tax Sam Sarr mu ngi defend Adama Barrow tey against his former boss President Jammeh because of individual benefit bu Sam Sarr di am from the government of Adama Barrow. Looloo tax audio bi lu President Jammeh waxoon si audio bi there's no threat, there's no insult. Waa Sam Sarr dafa jéena si di wax you can mënta understand di dem deep into President Jammeh's private life te or na ko peng daf ko or peng ne lu moo wax about President Jammeh ak jabaram ak family bi yëpp fen la. But people like Sam Sarr in the Gambia so leen fee $50 they can sleep with the pigs yaa ngi maa dégga. You will not hesitate interest am rek la toppa fu interest am bi nekk rek fala am fula ak fayda amaatu benn interest for anything else because this is the guy that stood up defending President Jammeh right down to because government bi dañ ko appoint to a lucrative position at the UN mu yóbbu family bi yëpp to America. So fu mu nekk ni tey Sam Sarr amaatu benn interest immediate interest in Gambia's advancement
in the Gambia
just personal interest because doomam nekkuñ di dem to failing schools jabaram nekku di dem to a dead hospital yaa ngi maa dégg. So this is about why my industry sister bi Ami Camara Smith. Ami, welcome to the program. You're on mute.
ma lay dara ñun léegi right now comme APRC ñun kan moo ñu represent léegi kan moo ñu represent.
So President Jammeh si audio bi because xam naa President Jammeh is very strategic so gisee mu def lu mu defoon last week there's a reason for it. So dañoo am patience ñu set the next card bu moo move si game bi yaa ngi maa dégg mu ne moom mooy administer party bi dafa def meeting yi executive bi daf ko attend yaa ngi maa dégg anything that APRC is going to do now going forward he'll get involved. Why man I know there's another card to play in the long run te card boobu nag dafa am luy dox si ron. It's not something loo xam ne mun nañ ko waxtaane si plateforme yi waaye su soobee yàlla the next card dinañ ko gis what's going to happen going forward yaa ngi maa dégg.
Okay, one thing then this how to call it again 2026 incoming election ñun si ban position lañ nekk.
We will know that ñu mayagum President Jammeh few weeks dinañ dégg dara luy happen si ron dina jéena si we will give people directions naka la party bi di demee going forward waaye at least léegi conflict bu fa nekkoon man maay interim party leader conflict boobu noonu jeex na léegi. So koo xam ne ñoo xam ne ñu doon wax ne ñoom President Jammeh lañ gisuñ kenn President Jammeh ñoo toppa léegi ñooñu amaatuñ benn excuse lu dul dellu si back to the APRC and support President Jammeh. So opportunity bii ne President Jammeh daf ko def pour mun a unify party bi yëpp pour ñëpp nekkaat benn powerful gigantic green juggernaut bu APRC musoon na nekka. We want to go back to that same strength. The strength boobu noonu si dee dégga President Jammeh nga gis Gambia nga gis soo demoon NPP sax si alliance bi time bi jot na pour nga jéena si NPP alliance bi and come back to the APRC ñu nekk benn APRC waat ñu pushaat and si suñu wërsëg su dee suñu wërsëg mu si State House bi ñu nga am very good manifesto ñu nga amee ñaari visions 2016 and 2020 they still valid dañ ko am pour upgrade waaye loolu is a minor thing. We have people with intellectual capacity si APRC bi to upgrade suñu vision 2016 to vision 2030 wala vision 2020 to vision 2050 loolu mën naa am loolu is the smallest part of our tasks waaye léegi we have to be patient and wait for President Jammeh's next move. President Jammeh mu ngi play chess te chess soo ko play waruloo reveal sa next move danga observe sa opponent ban move la moo try pour doxal nga take sa next move. Hopefully the next move will be even more powerful, stronger, more devastating, more advancing in terms of APRC. So that's where we are now. But my message, my sister Munyo Ami Smith. Ami, welcome to the program.
No problem.
Yes, thank you, Brother Lion.
Yeah.
A long time.
Yeah, long time. I mean, naka family bi.
Yeah, nyepange okay.
Naka sama jabar yi foog nga may ma si jabar si sa xale yi keep noonu.
Ankañ dina la may ku ndaw ki la may.
Okay, that's good. Déggoo nañ bon.
Defante la dee def de moom dafa mun defante.
Defante de woon nañ ko def secretary general yi APRC bon.
Gis nga ko.
Yeah.
Wala ko gis nga maa ngi nuyu audience yi bi nekk.
Jërëjëf.
Last time yaa ngi nekkoon live so dama yónnee request ba soxla jëluloo. Oh my God.
Live bi dafa tàngoon that time. It was hot.
Yeah, I understand. But
Yeah.
loolu xam nga ku nekk moo dee bugg a dugg wax sa xalaat.
Yeah.
Yeah, brother Mighty Alex nakam nag li ma bugg a wax tuuti dama bugg a wasi wàcca na G Fall xaw ma.
G Fall waaw.
G Fall and then Mr. Njai.
Yeah.
Waaye li ma bugg a wax mooy xam nga Jammeh this accusation lu gaay nekk di wax ni yëpp dafa rey ni dugg na fale génn na fale but this is not something that has directly happened of Jammeh moo ko def because if you soo ko seetloo comme ni nga ko waxee rek TRRC there is nobody who sits there and then said it was Jammeh who ordered this killing of it was Jammeh who directly killed this one.
Yeah.
Xam nga boobu yëpp amut.
Yeah.
Nit ñi dañ doon wax lu leen neex rek because ñëpp xamoon nañ time bu Yaya Jammeh jógee we all see the hatred.
Yeah.
It was up to max. Hatred bi was too much.
Yeah.
ñu support Yaya Jammeh ñoo xamante ne dañ jege Yaya Jammeh dañ gisoon ne ñu bari dañ ko hatoon for some reason I don't know.
Yeah.
Waaye second thing li ma bëgg a wax mooy Yaya Jammeh is a citizen. Man pour man laa wax de man because man ku ma waxal loolu laa leen di waxal.
Yeah.
dama de wax ne Jammeh needs no apology.
Yeah.
ñun Yaya Jammeh we owe him an apology.
Yeah.
Because 2016 we all see how the campaign was going. A lot of things have been said about Jammeh.
Yeah.
Which was not true.
Yeah.
But because they just hate him for some reason of their own reason, I don't know. Dañ ko hate on rek bëgguñ ko.
Yeah.
Waaye gis nga ni soo ko bëggul sax wako lu comme ça ni wako lu moomoo xaw ma loolu naka lañ ko de waxee.
Yeah.
But loolu yëpp gis nañ ne amut. Gis nga time boobu noonu waaw.
Yeah.
Gis nga time boobu noonu buñ doon deport nit yi Germany man fii laa toog.
Yeah.
After benn boy yónnee ma message mu ne ma ne sis doo wax si affaire deportation bi mu ne ma parce que dama dee follow Facebook waaye maa ngi la gisaat TikTok léegi pour ndaw bugga pour nga génn nga wax. Ma ne boy bi ma ne ko over my dead body ma ne ko duma wax si duma si wax ma ne leen su leen neexee nañ leen deport ñoom jël suma yoon nekko si. Because 2016 these are the same people that they use against Jammeh.
Yeah.
We all see what was going on social media. Boys yi la ñu usoon ñu leen ne ko leen seen yaay yi si kër gi ñu sànni coalition bi. Well, thank you very much. And now,
yeah.
All of a sudden, you know what? You know, man dinaa dem man I'm not gonna talk. I don't care. I don't care who they are sending and who they are not sending. Man, suma yoon negoce. Because 2016 yéen lañ doon use yéen lañ doon wax ne collège seen yaay ngeen wax leen ñu sànni collège son bi. Léegi we all seen.
mun naa laa dimbale foofu sax mun naa laa faa dimbale because of man story boobu noonu man loolu laa leen wax man I'm proud to be an APRC member. Because of man. Depuis 2016 depuis 2014 depuis 2015 bu fitna bii nii jógee man si laa doon wax gaay ne ma ne jëm leen a stop lii nii yéen li xew yéen a ngi gis kii nii lu ñoo wax si moom yëpp ay allégation la time boobu gaa ko over expression maa ngi leen a fàttaliku la yéen a ngi fàttaliku bu ñoo wax ne dafa amoon brain cancer tubaab bi fa la dooree woon amul luñ ko tuumalut naa ne fee am nga nit ku ñuul ñun dañu war a sitaat suñu bopp bu baax we are too deep too dark you know what I mean so problème bi nii foofu la gaay noonu la gaay dooree di ñëw am nga di wax different kind of story after yooni Spain bi génna léegi dang dee ñëw Spain after nga door di am lu ndaw yaa ngi si asil bi sax ñu ngi laa may wéccit bi nga door di ko yónnee kër next minute bi nga am nga dem interview am nga rek ñu sa first interview bi ñu reject la nga dégg gaay yi ñëw wax am scrutiny di naan ne ma ne ñii ni duñ leen mën a jox kayit because of yéen am nga rek li asil bi ngeen dugal dëgëru da ngeen a wax ne yéen seen dëkka wo mo fa nekka président bu fa nekka dictator la bro sister story bi noonu la fa dooree Gambia ak log sam rek gaay ne waaw tegal
a lot of people then they am asylum because of Jammeh. So fu nekk so amut asylum sax dañ la dee delloo because yaa Jammeh dafa tegoon loo boo xamante ne soo buggee delloo doomi dëkk bi it has to be with a genuine purpose and daf la dee wane moom he has nothing to offer to the
dinañ ko jël waaye duñ la dee jox document so duñ la dee ñàkk a jox document boobu noonu moo waral ne ñu ne la da nga am pour nangu ne sa dëkka because time boobu noonu gaa UDP door nañ di gomloo nit yi ne Jammeh dictator la so seen doom yi encouragement boobu noonu lañ leen joxoon ne kuy dugal asil da ngaa wax ne Jammeh dictator la so su ko defee ñun ñëpp jaar nañ fi even ba biir Italie fu ma nekk nii si boppam sax di same thing soo ñëwee man mun naa wax ne man contenance moo boppam si ñu nga xam ne ñun dañ dugal different kind of asil bu utee political asil because of xam nga yàlla mu ne olof Njaay mu ne mar naan taxut laa naan petit wala tita ndigte ndox su génnee da ngaa rus so ñi amuñu woon understanding bi nii ba pare amuñu woon meaning bi ba pare amuñu woon gëm-gëm bi so tubaab bi
brother Charles loolu moo tax man affaire déportation bi nii dama dee dugal seen live yi man si ma dégg gaa di woowee ci pétition bi man ma wàcca ndànk ma dem si yow ma ne lii I will never talk about it
no waaye bu ko
mënuma see wax
because loolu laa leen wax
mën naa see wax waaye du ma def because
loolu laa leen wax comme loolu naa wax
comme soo se ni ko de waaye xaasidi yaaye wala dundi jee understand nga ba pare léegi dama dee seetaan yeneen plateforme yi ñu ngay gomloo nit yi ne xanaa yaa Jammeh rek moo nekk benn doom bu baax bi waaye moom moo nekk nit koo xamante ne moom moo sigil Gambia moom moo jagal Gambia loolu moo tax ba léegi people are crying for him now if you look at the state of the country
fighter and winner thank you my beautiful Bainunka people thank you very much I love you continue
waaye maa ngi laa waxal ne Gambia métti na métti boo xamante ne gis nga man suma rakay ñaari yoon laa leen topp ñetti yoon laa leen toppa si biir marché bi gis nga du ma leen toppa si biir marché brother Lamin benn xaw ma lady fils lañ ko dee wooye xaw ma kujali la xaw ma naka lañ dee ooyee the fish it's just a little bit long like this
catfish
they're selling that fish for $1,500
wait catfish
no catfish
ngunja
dañ ko dee togga dañ ko dee defar xaw ma naka benn ci lady fish la tudda xaw ma naka la tudda $1,500 money. Are you guys kidding me? And it was only one.
Madu Barakuta.
Man naka leen de jën boobu noonu.
No waaye loolu la.
Waaye jën bi most time dañ ko dee togga benn ci dafa am ndawal. Jën bi dafa am ndawal. Man ku ma ko waxoon du ma ko góob. Because first time ma dem si marché bi suma sister bi. Sister bi mu doon di waxaale ma ne ko ne non ma ne ko ne man go àndaa man si marché bi nga toog fii di waxaale ma ne ko ne just buy we go then the other time ñu ne ma ne dañoo dem marché ma ne leen dama leen a toppa ñu ne ma ne déedéet ñun su fekkee dañoo toppa then you gonna sort it up ma ne leen waa baax na so ma toppa leen foofu noonu waat but ay duma ko dee mun a
non sister pour jàppale la Gambia
dafa ñëw siisu su suma raka mu ne kooku su jëndul moom du dem man maa mujjee génne suma xaalis si suma baag yi ma jënda ma jox boy bi ma ne ko ne demal waaye Gambia métti na métti boo xamante ne fekkee ne Gambia ni they are not ready 2026 pour change government bi nii it's up to them because ñun xam nañ ne ñun suñu famille ñun ñu nekk fii nii abroad we will manage with the little thing that we have here
absolutely te loolu moo fa nekk nag
and this is what I don't understand is the same people who are clapping and dancing for Barrow
I know.
Koto bi man lu ma leen wax am na qualification bi am na qualification bi am na talent bi am na experience bi am na the love of his country am nga ba pare am na stratégie bi mun na ñoo represent si world stage bi mun na challenge counterparts am bi te Jammeh lu ma gën a ne si moom comme Jammeh comme Trump la kum toog mu waxtaan ak yow one on one ndax day xam ne kii nii borom brain la kii nii borom xam-xam la am na lu ko yàlla may ting si gis nga nekkul mbiri doole nekkul comme li ñu dee wax ne military man la man lu ma leen doon wax keroog si benn plateforme ma leen waaji military man la because dafa sacrifice on life am man bi bu moo saaf paa bi moom nelawutoon nelawutoon mu ngi bàyyeel mu ngi over ubbi butam di bàyyeel pa bi num doon digle ñum doon dugalantel ak nu ko gaay di égalé ak yeneen tag deal yu nga xam ne mu ngi koo def te ñu ngi take advantage on him so moom as a security moom loolu la doon gis ma ne leen kii nii du daan noppale ko moom lu ko daan tàggaloo dab bi mu nekk dab bi su moo dem nelaw so opportunity boobu noonu la maan bi jël use ko mu capitalize si jaaxanewu ko nelawut si yéen a maa dégg bu baax
no
so loolu noonu
lu ma naxari si Gambia dafa bëri Mr Mendy lu ma naxari Gambia dafa bëri because man Adama Barrow dafa nekk nit koo xamante ne mu ngi wax nit yoo xamante ne amul
mais ma tuuti ma amal la dara sista Adama Barrow du problème bi ñu ko fa teg ñoom ñoo ñu jox problème bi même rek Adama Barrow daf ko appreciate même waaye ñu ko elect teg ko fa ñoom ñoo ñu fail te ñoom di same groupe ñoom ñoo bëgg a ñëwaat bëgg a format beneen qualification loolu moo leen wan ne loolu moo leen moo war a wan Gambien si ne ñii di qualified duñ because of seen first selection ñoom ñoo ko pick ñu fail ñu and it is affecting the whole Gambia so lan la gaay bugaat ban unification la gaay di war a mën a créer lu nga xam ne doom bi Gambien si nañ ko mën a njëriñoo loolu noonu xam nga rek
dafa difficult so lu ñoo def mooy
dafa neewut ba nee même Lamin dafa neewut ba nee waaye ñun ku mel ni Jammeh wax dëgg ne si yàlla amanguñ ko si generation bii nii because of ñu ni neen ñu ngi tase si plateforme yi comme right now maa ngi am opportunity di wax waaye am na ñu nga xam ne dañ dee wax nga leen a déglu te ñu ngi ooyee seen boppa intellectual waaye bro soo dégloo ñii di bu baax daf laa leen ne ñii di ndox nekkul seen boppa bi ñun nekkul gis nga mun a speak sweet English taxul ne da nga intelligent mun a am degree taxul ne da nga xam dara nañ bàyyi seen xel si loolu noonu ñun ñëpp a ngi out fii ñun gis nañ tubaab bi nu ñoo doxalee seen dëkka tubaab bi nu ñu rawee boy bro ay centuries di kom balaa Afrique di ko mun a keccog so ñun loolu dafa over baax pour ñu bàyyi xel so suñ demee ba am Afrique daj laa wax suñ demee ba am ku mel ni Jammeh ñun dañ ko war a over sant yàlla wax naa leen ne ma ne Jammeh su nekkoon into power till right now amul benn président bu ko mun a ëpp xam-xam biir Afrique
do am even léegi sax
like this man so what is our problem with the Gambians bro man dama dee feel ne lii nii xëj na natu la comme because am na wax yu dib yoo dee dégg sax si turi Gambia dama feel ne xëj na loolu noonu moo nekk di reveal nii because nit yi nuñ dee acté right now daf laa leen ne definitely these people they are too dark or they don't know what is going on
waaw so
definitely bro
jërëjëf Mr Mendy maa ngi break suma TikTok live maa ngi dem towards 4 hours now yàgg naa fi so lu ñoo def mooy Mr Mendy Ami Camara dañoo bëgg di but I'll come to you Mighty I'm not going to close it dinaa dem Mighty then ma dem to Miss Mendy ak Buba Camara then we'll go back to the summary so thing is dama dee bëgg organize program why man I've got big responsibility fee bepare lego because of my position so my position time that they're unpredictable because anything will happen right then my call and have to respond to it why did I book the organized program because come ko ñi feto ben election very important election dina organize live programs at least gone in the evening ñu wax yefi APRC ak the good legacy of APRC ñu focus nakala ñoo def be génné Adama Barrow so we'll go to Sar mu ngi on mute and Sarah I think is still on mute Mighty you can come for 2 minutes then we go to Miss Mendy Leah Mendy and then we'll go to Buba Camara or we go to Buba Camara then Leah Mendy yo hetanga Barcelona failure nga yo au barakaut
I really have a very important question so and I think the question like I said is going to Momodu and I think he is on the comment section because it's really important that I ask him this.
He
said so many stuffs definitely, I won't say I didn't agree with all what he said, because most of the things he said, I agree with him.
Yeah.
Definitely. I wish all Gambians will understand his perspective. Because definitely, solo reconciliation.
Yeah.
Then you are not being honest. You are not being, you are not acquainted with the realities on the ground. Divided. Gambia is so divided that the way forward without a proper reconciliation is going to be difficult.
Yeah.
So, man, I know some people didn't understand the perspective where he was claiming that Jammeh need to make an apology.
Yeah.
The word apology is somehow personal, or is too heavy for some people to take.
Yeah.
But for me, on that side, I really agreed with him.
Yeah.
Because Anam Bunko Wahe, Degalawa. Jammeh was the leader of the country for 2 decades. Let's see. So things happen in Gambia. Kendumuna banya Gambia amut lu fa hew lu nga xamantene andut ak luwa wala waruta hew. Like in all other countries around the world, like things happen.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm not saying Jammeh more definitely wala Jammeh definitely, but what I'm trying to put across, like Mamadou Njie lum ko waxe moy. Jamono Jammeh amna lu hew Gambia lu nga xamantene lu ba mu ba be tay te dina dem be aduna tukki dinañ ko continuer di wax. Parce que lolu ñep gis nañ ko te ken mënu ko wédi. Waye amna some unfortunate circumstances tamit, whether nationally or externally, lu nga xamantene. So whether wow.
Yeah, go ahead, Mighty.
Yeah, whether nationally it affected some nationals or some people outside Gambia, I don't know. But like things happen. So man, if it's not an apology, but I expect that Jammeh in his subsequent audios, whether su commune def legi ni bala mu ñëwaat Gambia wala even su ñëwee Gambia, there are things lu nga xamantene on his watch happen which are unfortunate. Mun na nekk ne dañ yaga dégg lu bari, but what I'm saying is even out of the hundreds allegations yu nekk di dégg mun na nekk at least 1 or 2 of them is somehow, if not 100% true, but somehow it happened. Te mun na mo nekk dégg. So what I expect also, even I'm a huge fan and a sympathizer of Jammeh, and when it comes to leadership and presidents globally, Jammeh is number 1 for me because of the lives he uplift, because of how he took a dark country out of darkness, and because of his he made the Gambia known to the entire world, and he brought the Gambia from dark ages to a modern nation. So I expect him to take responsibility and to apologize on behalf of Gambians, or to take responsibility to say, am na yu xewon ci suma nguur gi nga xamne suma ko mënon yalla jappalé ma won, I would have abated it. If I can put the clock and time back, lolu mom yalla suma jappalé won de it was not.
Sometimes you apologize. Sometimes you apologize because you recognize something has gone wrong, even if you're not personally responsible. Because man, I do that all the time when I'm dealing with high-level complaints from businesses. Every day, my first line is, "Thank you for contacting my department about XYZ. I'm so sorry that you're still suffering XYZ." But in the end, I will say, look, I know this has happened and this one has happened. We couldn't do much about it, but we're prepared to do X, Y, Z. So sometimes you apologize, not because you personally did something, but because you recognize that some wrongs did take place. So yes, that reconciliation, that point at which Jammeh is going to say, look, I recognize a lot of things have happened during my time. And anybody who suffered, I would like to say I'm sorry on behalf of on behalf of the government. And I'm hoping I'll find it in you to forgive me and everyone that worked in my government, in the military junta and in the civilian government. So therefore, I want us to find a path for Gambia in the future. Let's work together. I'm here to be able to assist Gambians, to give my experience, to continue to contribute my quota to the Republic. So those things happen. Sometimes you apologize, not because you actually did it, but you know something has happened that shouldn't have happened. So that's the way forward.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm glad that you understood, you already comprehend the point I'm making. But that's what Mamadou was trying to say. And I think Jammeh taking responsibility somehow of things that happened, even he didn't directly did them, but it happened under his administration, will be a huge step going forward to reconcile the country.
Absolutely.
And you know me better. Like many people who know me know that I like Jammeh to the death. So for me, I feel like he should do that. Because that would even if he got the chance to be back again as a president or whatever, doing that will ease tensions down, and it will heal a lot of hearts. Because there are people whom you know that, like I said, they were victimized, definitely. As Gambians, we have to be honest to each other. No buge jamme be buga ko. Fonga na wona amna lu hew ci deka bobu in 22 years lu nga xamantene waru ko na yow. So we should accept that and move forward. But like so ci nit ñi tambe legi we are focused on jamme ñu de wana na jamme kena mo nekk dom bi dom bu ba wala ana ya mom yaam kesse mo jut. Ko bu nga ne wala dom because it's Jammeh we see. Jammeh is tested and proven. They fail to understand. He is the only tested Gambian and proven. They took that country from nowhere without a proper foundation and excel it. People like us today, our lives changed thanks to Jammeh, because the village where I come from, there was no school. It was the Jammeh administration that built schools all over the country.
Absolutely.
The health people today are all over the world making impact thanks to the education system Jammeh built. So this is why for me, I will always be grateful to him. So now, to conclude, the question I have for Momodou Njie is, I really accept, like I said, Jammeh should take responsibility somehow, and that will will help us move ahead in reconciling the country. So for him also, I want him to tell me, don't he think that the IAC chairman, Alhaji Momodou Njie, should also apologize to Gambians? Because when we are honest, holistically, we have to be honest to ourselves. Because Alhaji Momodou Njie, at some point, when he was the IAC chairman in 2016, as Momodou Njie in the life year already confirmed that there were errors and malpractices in the election. That almost plunged the country into
chaos.
War.
That's where it started, actually.
That's where everything started. And like he said, Jammeh is not an insane person. What happened? What Jammeh did, every other insane person could have done. Because election where they came out to say so and so happened, and there were a lot of malpractice. Just recently, a colleague of mine is a data scientist. Tuba, his interview he did an interview with Peter Gomez and with Keir Fatou. He's a data analyst. He analyzed Gambian elections from 1996 to 2021. And he have proven to Gambians, and all the information he got was from the IEC website. IEC itself. And there are a lot of malpractices and misinformation.
We know that.
Miscalculations.
We know that.
We all accept that things went wrong. And under the helm of Ali Momodou Njie, how on earth can something like that happen? He was the leader at the IEC. Can this Momodou Njie come up to tell me Alhaji Momodou Njie also definitely need to apologize to Gambians, because what they did was wrong, and under no circumstances an important event like an election should have those misappropriations. So I really want him to come up and clarify that.
So
that Jammeh should apologize. So should he also tell us that he feel like, or he think it's proper for Alhaji Momodou Njie, the IEC chairman, to apologize to Gambians?
So again, the impasse of 2016 actually started with IEC changing its position on the declared results and changing it, moving votes from one side to the other. Again, it's the same situation we have. Ali Momodou Njie was the chairman of the IEC. He should take full responsibility, the same way people are saying Jammeh should take full responsibility. Sometimes it might not have been Ali Momodou Njie who did it. It might be some other unscrupulous people under him who did it. But it could be he was aware of it. What I find problematic with Ali Momodou Njie is when he did the interview with something, he said Ablaisi, and said he was happy that Jammeh lost the election and left. You can't say that as a chairman, because then that's showing that you've been biased, that you might have played that part of rigging the election. The election was rigged in inverted commas, because we'll never know now, because the Supreme Court of the Gambia refused to hear the election petition in 2016. So therefore, President Jammeh's U-turn was caused by the Independent Electoral Commission coming out and saying there were irregularities and they changed the vote. So that is definite. And when people narrate the true story of 2016 December, they should narrate it in chronological order, the order of events, the sequence. The order is IEC declared the results. President Jammeh admitted, congratulated the incumbent, the president-elect. And then a day or two later, IEC, the results are actually not accurate. There have been irregularities. The Jammeh said, okay, well, there are irregularities. I've seen so many irregularities. I'm going to declare the result null and void, but I'm going to petition to the Supreme Court anyway to challenge the results. So the biggest problem was the Supreme Court not hearing the election petition, because that would have given us a clear sign as to whether the elections were rigged in 2016 or they were not rigged. Because the Supreme Court refused to sit and they threatened the judges not to sit, we can categorically say that election was rigged. If it wasn't rigged, why were they afraid to go to court? So this is the point at which we are at now. But anyway, for Buba Kamara, David Sarr, are you on danga unmute legi? Do you have anything to say?
My own sorry, I'm on lega chere.
Yo, sere rek nga way bal
I'm not saying
bal li nga mel sere rek nga ko dem da nga overload sa ana suñu hero bi Junior Babeli Mansa ana mo indi ko ma yóbbu ko si tol bi ma seet ndax dëgga Junior Babeli Mansa la bañkat la de comme neem sekam comme tomam dëgga ay ko déggulo
you know, because you don't want a very balu, because so balu tamid.
Yeah.
Waranga o borom.
Yeah.
Neko kai.
Yeah.
Neko TRRC ko o neko kai. Diu sangam mune yo ya def nangam. Diu sangam mune sagay nyo def nangam. Then nit ki mun na balu.
Yeah.
Why so waxe nit ki mu balu ci lo xamne yow oylo ko wax ko ne ya def nangam.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Mr. Tambalo lu munta dem.
No, do them.
To them because do mëna jog rek dafa wara balu nit ñi waaw yeen wax ngeen ko ne li ew gannaawam wax ngeen ko ne li lañ wax ne sa government moko def o wax nañ ko ne yow ya def li o nañ ko ne ko ci téléphone ne ko mané ñu ne biñ fi nekké li ak li nga fi def mu ne wa okay yeguma ko way suma government ñoko def ma ngay balu way do mëna forcer nit ki balu te yow tegalu loko any
concrete information. Wow.
Exactly. But balu ken banyuko why tam oko or invite ko munyo ngana ko ñune ya def diw sangam ñune ya def nangam.
Yeah.
Why nangu len ko invite ñu ba fa ñew ngene
du ñew yeah.
Wala sa ngene da ngeen ko bëgg yobu ko bëgg ko man suma nekké police officer.
Yeah.
Ma bëgg arrest nit ki ne mu ngi ñew. Duma kontaan.
Ni nga kontaan di
Luma mer luma tok di dal wax ne bo fi ñu arrest yow nopil yow nit ki dafa bëgg ñëw dang ko bëgg arrest dang ko bëgg coach ci la fa ñëw ne ko you are welcome
definitely bobu daf la noppal sax
daf la noppal police officer nga noppal bu leen jar di yu nga wara def dem ex ngeen ne ko nap tek ko place ne ko mané li la li ñu ne ya ko def legi lo ci wax mu tontu
lu jara gestu waat la de te jarna lay de waté
mo tax coow li néega soo ne dafa ñëw coow lu bëri de yëpp dafa nekk ci gannaaw loolu man mënuma ko wax
no da nga foog alelam lañ jël pusur pasar yaaxa lu bëri soo bëggoon mu ñëw accountability am
exactly man dama kontaan because nit ko am na ay ko mu ñëw you know ba pare suñu apologize ya wala mu taxaw apologize lim def
1981 diga
nañ ma 1981 because dama demoon pour jëli fetel dañ ma boole ne Sarr dafa demoon jëli fetel ñu ñëw arrest ma kër mama moo am pour dugalante loolu ñu baalal ma
waaw
dañ ma boole rek ni dama demoon te man amewuma fetel sax waaye demoon naa waaye Jawara musta taxaw surtout radio bi apologize lim def ñu bari dañ laa wax ne diw sanga mu am na ñoo war sañ leen arrest yóbbu leen te defuñ ko itam
PPP mané suma bena principal sa dañ ko arreston tam bobu PPP luñ defoon gis nga li la de compare PPP bena coup d'état ñu ngi am ay archive ne over 1000 people ñoo dee President Jammeh ñu ko coup d'état 77 times 17 of those coup d'état dañ demoon to a violent stage the other 60 dañ ko foilon bala muy violent why Ben coup d'etat under President Jammeh musuta jail back any more than 10 people or 5 people. Apart from 11-11, jailed back any more than 5 people at one go. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
wone ñi tedda fi naka lañ dee dat board dañ ko génne waaye bàmmeel bi mu ngi fa kenn du ko dee tudda man xam naa ko bi ko dama fa daan dem recently suma jarbaat suma oncle ñoom ñëpp a ngi tedda foofu every year suma ngi may Gambie dama dem visit del si wàll waaye doo dee gis kenn ñax yaa ngi sax foofu xale yi wax under 30 years yëpp amuñ ci dara ñi nekk fondi sax ñu bari amuñ ci lu bari man suma mbokk waaye Jawara moom ñu def because yo ñu na coup d'état instead of mo au Sénégalais ne leen ay bandi ñoo nekk ci suma réew bugama ya handicap.
Yeah.
Yon Senegalese ñew yo it's very hard nga wara own it ci biti moy ñew di rey sa nit ñi.
Yeah.
Pour yow nga delsi wat in power.
In power. Te Barrow loolu la bëggoon na def 2017 January. The same thing. Dafa bëggoon ECOMOG dem Gambia wage war yaha yep rey nit yi just because he wants to go to power instead of muy encourage ECOWAS ak EU di leen wax ne ñu try pour Supreme Court bi toog ñu dégga petition bi first balaa ñu ngi doon declare war Adama Barrow balaa mu ngi doon toog war la njëkkoon na declare on his own state looloo tax léegoo-léegi su ma xoolee Barrow I just think lu France 24 waxoon Adama Barrow was a big accident. Yeah, so this is where we are. Tay accident bobu nak effects of the accident bobu lañ nekk di face tay Gambia. Yeah. So that's why it is, unfortunately. Why?
Man dama dey feel li African mentality bi la.
Yeah.
Because of ñun ñoo des ci kind system yi.
Yeah.
I revenge, I retaliate.
Yeah.
I justice that you can hamut. Ñun Africa ñun ñoo dey jël suñ great leaders yi.
Yeah.
Let's slaughter.
Yeah. Absolutely.
America, they will never do that.
They'll never do
They
that.
will never do that.
Yeah. Yeah. But Bama may Buba mu ñew for 2 minutes. Bama may Buba mu ñew for 2 minutes. Buba.
But the worst government being Gambia, moy PPP, the worst Gambia.
Dega.
Among Ben Bugina Garao PPP.
Yeah.
Because Damako do the Maneka Halala, Munumako Fata Belegi.
Yeah.
Numako Muna Fata Belegi.
Feke win ko way digane.
Dañu joxoñ yalla wax ne la diw sax da nga head nit ki sax ne ko diw sax nga ci la bokk ñu paak la yobula ci paak bi ba pare PPP ñoo ñëk ray nit ñoo ñëk yobu firing squad in the Gambia.
Yeah.
Dan so dañ ko yobu plane to the filank yobu depot.
Yeah.
You shoot ko directly. Just know affaire ya jam to the government bi la nekk waaye moom moo ko njëkkee.
Yeah.
Lu nekk moo ko njëkkee.
100%. 100%. Te xam nga in the archive sar dañ tëjoon Sirif Diba, the main opposition person for a year, just because dañ ko tuuma rek ñu ne ko daf si rebel yi la bokkoon. Yeah, moo leen back ba pare xam nga la lañ def. Then release Sirif Diba 3 weeks before the presidential election of 1982. Yeah?
I can remember that.
Naka la nit ki di campaign 3 weeks before the presidential election. Dañ ko damage ba pare election bi dañ ko rig ba pare because if you release the main opposition 3 weeks before, bokkutoon si ñu doon coup d'état Jawara, musuloon na ekati fetel, dang ko jël rek def ko collateral damage because it was good to detain him. Ba pare xam nga la guy def. Then declare state of emergency from the 30th of July, 1981. After election in 1987, like a state of emergency. Yeah, Jamme, the Fajene state of emergency because ECOWAS no declare war. You know, yeah, Jamme ak parliament ambi, then we're gonna subvert people's will. They never look at the facts. Nyom send holy like they top rather than send heli ak what the truth is. Doing they want the full truth. Come in past 2016. Doing they want IEC no changes in mind, Lolo ta President Jamme Bany. They always leave that part of the story out. Yamadega, because favor would let. So you actually problem be on IEC nyoko doron. Lolo ta President Jamme Bany. They never say that. Yamadega, but anyway, going forward, then you book the program bini because mangini talk for 4 hours legi. Just got Paul Bileka na Sierra Bilana Buba. You can come in.
Last is that Mr. Tamba, Mama, Alaji Sulesa.
Yeah.
Be Jawara Deme, she radio bila dem na Jawara Sawatu Jonna Demal.
Yeah.
Bail Nino.
Yeah.
Would you believe Bijawara del Suaton?
Yeah.
You have to radio with mile tool and you party, that's going mile tools.
Wow.
1 year.
Wow.
I would Kilifa Mumbai Banjul, Kuwa on to a very cool tabi.
Yeah.
You will have Banjul. Mansama, Alaji Sulesa, Kwam Limawa, Dina Hampabo.
Yeah.
Babu, the only power could go on what Jawara Deganeko, Skongasawa to Jonna, Demal, because then la coup. Then because Senegal
yeah.
Ray, I almost 500 and something people.
Yeah.
Senegal, I'm no you data, man. Why be new?
Yeah.
Pa again, Kumusawa, Afri Jawara Bail.
Yeah.
Domunan la mile too. Niko fake solella Yanuala. Yeah, Jawara lim the Ben president musuko def in Gambia.
Yeah.
E pare ñu def ko hero.
Yeah. I know because of favoritism. Yeah, hypocrisy and favoritism. Be pare hamnane again with PPP the send record it was just terrible. Man suma village be fanga de wacha ngade wasadom fukuko e joge. Yeah? I remember bundan round pai ño xamne xamuñ dara ci coup d'état bi dañ leen daan round di leen yóbbu di leen detain di leen dóor ak karawas. Yeah? Them door you made it. They had nothing to do with the coup. Yeah. So, but anyway, summer program be good on a top. Buba comment for a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Mohamed Ali Unjai, dinala in the word to the next program. Mighty, I bring Mohamed Ali Unjai. He's a very objective brother, very objective, very, very insightful. The now organized at Benin program will have IEC as one of the topics. Sukodefe will have the record straight. The more we talk, no ame dialogue, non la ñoo jubo, non la ñoo create a vision for our country. Today, at least Adama Barrow su ñewton duñ dan xam njëriñi President Jammeh to that level. Amna Gambian, the majority of Gambians xam nañ President Jammeh fan la yóbbu Gambia, but there's a small section of Gambia ñoo xam ne deram lañ daan yaha. Those people now, time prove na President Jammeh is the best one we've had so far. Yeah. So Buba, welcome to the program. I mail 2 to 5 minutes. My wrap up program because yaga na face program be. Musumo na def more than 2.5 hours wate. I'm breaking that record. Man get them 4 hours and something now. So Buba, welcome to the program.
Well, loving to man, yo, jerejef man, trying a lol man, temo kay. Jambar nga.
No, why so the wooden bro duñ daw.
Degulo. Yen dengan am stamina. Man am stamina. Man don't liggéey. 8 in the morning to 5:30. So na.
No,
yeah.
Dingala ba am nga rek bu am solo dal am nga rek du gaaw wado, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. No man kontaan na te la ami yow li mo dang ko wara def bu nekk 3 times da nga wara di ñew yow mo warlo jema absent sa
mané so ma mayon third jabar yes dina talk fi 5-6 hours
ñu fi di mbiri yaay jame boy la wax ni boy every fucking day ñu fi boy yow rek lañ mëna miss fu nekk ni yow kay légui TikTok bi mom ñewal every day sa ñewal man so bëgg
dina ko organize about 3 times. I can afford 3 evenings a week. Yeah, digate fee be next election. Mun na ko create. Yeah.
Defal lolu mané man luma njëkka wax moy xam nga luñ ciow bi yépp dem na ñëwaati na ngiro ngaro bi yépp ci mbiri audio yaay jëme bo bay bobu la di Gambie ni ñu nga xam ne ñu xamutoon demba ñu nekk di wax tey you know because suñu xamoon demba ni kon tey duñ ko doon wax ba pare Gambien si fu mu nekk ni you know dafa doy ñun ñëpp a gis you know dafa mel ni Gambien si dañ demoon school léegi dañ jànga ba wàcca university because bu yaay jëme jógee ak tey ñana xamut Gambie nu mooy demee te jiga Gambie Gambie fu mu nekk ni su dut nektoon you know ñu fi nekk European si ñu nekk dimbale Gambie ni kon Gambie du dem dañoo lekkante dañoo attaquante from compound to compound xam nga
very true
Gambie bi Adama Barrow doxut la wax ni dara la defut instead of daf ñu yóbbu from the frying pan to the fire you know
very true
boy ñun dañ fekkee man dama fekkee time Jawara xam nga ñu fekkee time Jawara ak bu ñu gisee time Yaya Jammeh ak Adama Barrow foofu la ñoo xam different bi ñu xam ne dëgg kon Yaya Jammeh dañ ko war a gërëm ñu sant ko boo xoolee dañ ko war a téye ñaari loxo Yaya Jammeh dafa mel ni comme you know Yaya Jammeh comme woli la si ñun su ñun Yaya Jammeh woli la because fu mu jéenee Gambia la woon Gambia mu ngi woon si pax mu ñëw jéene ñu ci kaw mountain door fa leer lépp lu nekk ma ne la suñu néeboy sénégalais lan leen doon oote Gambia naka la seen Gambia bu ndaw bu dendem boobu Abdou Diouf loolu la doon mookee Yaya Jammeh du dëgg afte Yaya Jammeh ñu woon ko ne xoolal yow ak san del bi nii naan café si san del bi te xoolal suma Gambia bi bu ndaw bu ngay wone dafa dendem dinaa ko leera ba nga ñeeñu Yaya Jammeh loolu la def mu ñëw rek boy within Yaya Jammeh bu mu taxawee within 1 year ñaata changes la def Gambia
a lot
a lot daf ko dooree si tali mu door tali di tali fu nekk mu ñëw door ko si school yi man fu ma nekkoon kay mo man Saint Matthew Primary School laa jànga waaye yaayam bu mu toogee foofu fu nga xam ne you know boy mu door fa school la wone be si baano dem be fooñ yëpp kiyam fu nekk yaayam du doon xool ne yow soose nga nda olof nga nde leneen nga dëkk bu nekk
te buuba gis nga su winoon 2016 in the vision 2020 gis nga 1994 am na ñoo xam ne dañ daan dox about 10 kilometers return journey 15 kilometers return journey pour dem pour attend school primary school mu wàññi ko to about 5 kilometers by 2016 for primary schools in vision 2020 daf ko doon wàññi to 3 kilometers maximum for elementary school primary ak middle school doo dox more than 3 kilometers return journey so loolu mooy da ngaa dox 1.5 kilometers to the school and 1.5 kilometers back to your home. 3 kilometers maximum to 5 kilometers maximum to attend your nearest school from nursery to primary school to middle school. Junior secondary. Why? Mufad lose election be lose ko. Then ko push back because of agenda foreign forces ak agenda nyuko banyon in the Gambia. Why Winton lose on election be? Why continue Buba?
Wow, jinga loli yep. You know, Jammeh defoon na ko. Why didn't ko there talk sa wahe ko?
No.
Understand? My can I call it? Sorry. Yeah, the farm school my call. You know, loli yep lum defoon development ben we lum def. Hey guy, can do Gambian say hamne sa. Lana dega ak lu dega. Jinga schools you ya Jammeh bill yep. Sudu yaay Jammeh tay school yoyu ñu fa doon janga ana jolay kesse ñu fa doon janga dédé
no
you know du soose yaay Jammeh même fi even place so amé degree bi sa nga xamné da nga knowledge daf la dé tek place du dé xol né yow soose nga nda olof nga
sa papa su ko opposé sa daf la dé jox scholarship why dom ji sa su opposé yaay Jammeh daf dé jox papa ji hajj package mu dem hajj wala mu dem Rome. So Jammeh amuton any bone of discrimination. Be pare daf de separate dom gi ak papam wala dom ji ak yaayam wala yaay ji ak dom ji daf ko de separate. Amut ben su ñëwé development he doesn't care ban region nga joge, doesn't care ban tribe nga joge, doesn't care sa papa ban political affiliation la am dang de am scholarship wala da nga am liggéey bi wala sa papa even though yanko oppose dom ji mu ko oppose on social media wala si radio yi papa ji su fa amé worsak daf ko de jox hajj package wala overseas treatment wala mu jox len package to go to Rome for pilgrimage. Jammeh that kind of leader la he saw you as a Gambian te doomi Adama nga first bala muy defaat leneen
ñu daan liggéey si moom yëpp ñoo amoon qualification pour nekk si place boobu noonu soo ko amul sa dañ laa jox training bi ba ko fit disloyalty la ko gaay fay why Jammeh was very loyal to each loving Gambian citizen ñëpp ak maa déglu xam naa ne Gambia right now ñëpp a ngi ubbi seen noppi bi di ma déglu
ñu ngi laa déglu ñu ngi am good following on TikTok ak YouTube
am nañ ko so
nañ bàyyi seen
yaa Jammeh ku bugg a réewam la ku bugg a réewam la yaa Jammeh ku bugg a réewam la ba pare mu bugg a citizen yi xam nga ñu aar ñu ku nekk moo tax yaa Jammeh time boobu boo liggéeyul daf la dee daaxa because of leena dafa bugg a réewam bi dem ci kanam bu bugg a ñu nga xam ne jàmbaar leen liggéeykat leen yaa Jammeh boo nekkul liggéey daf la dee fire moo tax fire yu bëri yëpp loolu la because doo ñëw mu ngi liggéey bugg a develop dëkk bi yow yaa ngay sàcca ngay bañantu liggéey bi so loolu moo tax daf la dee fire straight nga soo ñëwee si time bi si light system bi courant bi time boobu yaay Jammeh doful nawet sax doful ñuy jéem a dog fu lu nekk te mu paag la yëpp mbuubu leen mu yóbbu leen prison ngay gis nga nekk sa
balal ma même benn few secondes rek même benn few secondes la ma bëgg a Gambien si ñu layte maire bi vice président bi man maire boobu du ma ko musa paate parce que maire boobu tamit keneen ko bëgg a Gambia la fonka Gambia bëgg a doomi Gambien si su nekkoon ne lu ñoo accuse Jammeh yëpp dëgg la woon maire bi jigéen la xëj na góor mun ngaa wax ne dafa raciste ak yooyu noonu waaye maire bi lekkut bu tut si Jammeh te feeñut si moom te xameewul Jammeh caractère bu bon loolu tax buñ ko ooyee TRRC lum xam diggante moom ak Jammeh rek la leen wax
dëgg
nobut leen dara te maire boobu noonu tamit beneen jaamee ngoog foo ko yóoni si àdduna bi dafa dem mu represent la benn di nga ko jox ciram ñaareel si xam-xam di nga ko jox ciram si xam-xam su waxee dinañ xam ne nit moo wax te lu mu wax dafa am solo
dafa am classe
léegi dafa am classe thank you very much léegi façon nit yooyu noonu fan lañ leen a mën a amee si dis administrations ak njiitu am nii right now
very difficult doo mën a compare Aïssatou Njie Sédé ak Aïssatou Touré the fake doctor Aïssatou Touré they are miles apart
loolu moo tax ma ne la laa bi programme bi nii man maa ngi am lu bëri lu ma mun a wax na sa time bi ñu ko may waaye xam nga rek
non dinañ defaat another programme dinaa ko announce inbox leen ma ngeen jox ma seen time bi ngeen dee free mostly man ngoon laa dee free because suma wàccee 5:30 the days I work in the office balaa ma àgg xam nga traffic in London is mad so balaa ma àgg kër daf dee nekk boori 5:30 waa mun naa door programme bi 7 p.m. wala 7:30 ñu dem every programme ñu dem 2 hours
how about
weekend duma dee liggéey weekend duma dee liggéey at all so
I think the timing is supposed not to be a little bit late. And the ladies, they tell a good day, darling.
Yeah.
So the earlier the better. During weekends, like from Fridays, munganyo like the time you saying right now.
Wow, Man United sun play be pare. Man United sun play be pare. So ma xamene Barcelona ñu ngi play ma ñew live. Su ko defé mati du ñew.
We'll spoil this show, boy. Man United sa team bu dee boobu. Man boy dëgg Maylo Momadou Ndiaye mu answer
man dama am lu nga xam ne dama ko war a waxee sa discours ko ay yow sa ma ko sa ma wax la ko sa yow sa nga dégg ko
okay
because man fu mu bona bon nekk naa si nguuri Yaya Jammeh
yaa ngi yow si système bi
waaye moom si système bi te expérience naa lu bëri te gis naa nu mu doon doxee understand nga so xam naa si lu bëri so moo tax ma bëgg pour nga try rek même ëllëg sax
waaw dinañ dem ëllëg ban time la ñoo door ëllëg ñu dooree ko because people in Asia dañ ko dee bëgg a seetaan ñoom it because ñoom they're like 5, 6, 8 hours ahead of us so xëy na
waaye foog naa ne weekend bi moom ñu ngi available yow time boo ñu jox rek dina baax
okay so ba ma seet suma calendar ëllëg free na Sunday la free ut waaye ëllëg free na so maybe ñu def ko let's say 5 o'clock 5 p.m.
Right time,
dinaa ko announce def ko si suma TikTok platform bi we can come back again and continue the conversation and talk about because Jammeh lu bari la def lu baax so we should talk about the good legacy and how we're going to change Gambia suñ jéene Adama Barrow te at the moment priority should be to see the back of Adama Barrow na jéena so we can do it if we continue having dialogue ak ñeneen ñi ñoo xam ne supporting APRC they'll come back because ñëpp gis nañ léegi how it is so Sarr Charles Buba ak Mighty thank you very much ak Jatu so ëllëg 5 o'clock or around about 5 we can have another program ma invite ñu ñëw yëpp jërëjëf
dafa am lu ma bàyyi xel ñi ñëw di wax dañoo wax so many things about Jammeh good lu baax dañoo dem ba ci end bi they have some agenda pour wone saa dafa war a apologize ma ngi bàyyi xel ñaari nit dañoo wax lu baax waaye at the end this is the first Jammeh to apologize ko ba pare nga won ko lii government am def or lim def bu gisee ne moo ko def no apologize why don't force somebody to apologize something yow mun loko wonul olum amul olum yegul amuloon ndax yeg na ko amuloon ndax def na ko
exactly
ina ko send ko a letter or invite ko ni ko mané sa government o ñu ne yaa def nangam léegi naka la nga baalu ñu nekk bena baalu nekk bena wa ngay fofu nit ki dafa wara baalu bala moo ñëw Gambia amin
so everyone ku ñëw ci programme bi jërëjëf everyone
okay. Sir, sir, I think I was one of the people. Sorry, Malin, sir. I was one of the people who did not apologize. Okay. So hey, Nanelo, understand more. You are a loyalist. I've been following you for a while, and I really appreciate what you do. But like the point I'm making is understand now for your head. Because once a little more general, parce que so any ni ak ni la def. Joxolo ko opportunity pour mo leral bopa. Wala nga ne da ngeen ko tej da ngeen ko prosecute. Mo mu ne dafa ñew ubi len bunta bi mu ñew kon lolu there is something is not adding up. But the point I'm trying to make is for me, as long as Jammeh is speaking out and going forward dal parce que man I love Jammeh to the death, like I said. Why man gom nane? I'm not even talking about the TRRC. But like I said, Jammeh is a human being like any other. And he headed a government like all other countries are doing. So man gom nane tamit. I'm not went wrong during this regime. Lunga hamante. He is not directly responsible. But he can take responsibility. My mama Daryl, he can take responsibility.
Yen watan bangine yen ma keep fi yen. Yeah.
Wa askan bi mu askan bi so hay askan yenen anam yu mo askan bi it will
sorry that boy sorry
Mema forcing him to apologize. We have to accept that.
So mu askan bi lan la wara askan bi ko yep ñun jégaluñ ko ne ko sa government li ak li alef from our side from our side because man ma police di prosecute or yobu ma court dina ma o tegal ma affaire ci table ne ma ñu ne ya def nangam legi lo ci wax ma soga mu wax ma dem ma mo soga mu wax ni wa legi arama
okay inga lo lu ngay wax ni sara degala because tinga nit ifin bo defé crime sa dañ la wara aussi police station ñu la kay nga ñew ulu
exactly
ñu tegala ñu la holal ñu ne yo ya def li hana tegala nda du dega understand nga soga wax bo guilty ñu la kon da nga wara fay charges yi wala legi nañ ko deglu bu mo la fa wara nañ ko deglu Mr Buba dede yo make ko rek Buba
I just want my mama answer sir please. Sir asked a very important question. So sir man dama tapane ya Jammeh is a human being like all of us. He's not perfect. So man fuma waxe mu hanga aduna waxtan kay mayante hella.
Of course.
So man I feel like if I sit with Jammeh right now pour ma wa mom you are right as long as invite ko yenen yi dafa difficult waye man fuma nek di wax moy wax yu bari mo wax yu deglu ma rek wax yu bari ñoo lañ wax ci gannaawam.
Yeah,
especially with regards to the TRRC, and Jammeh is a well-informed person. Luberi Jammeh yeg nako nekut Gambia, but he's informed. He know about a lot of things that happen. Lomota si audio am most of the things they are talking about him, yep, nonsense la. So which means the allegations levied on him at the end of the yeg nako. So what I'm trying to say here is to clarify those kind of things. Jammeh munna mo wa ak askan fofu la nekk wa so nga mu ngi wa askan
right de nga ko
no bay ma dale te mu ne
li yo wax is a bunch of nonsense
sar me ko mu danel rek man tamit dina am lu ma ci sani no me ko rek mu danel no problem
te lu bari luñ wax ci mom mu ko di bang mu ngi wane
Lamin balal ñu Mr Lamin am ne yaangi wara
suma collapse dina len blame yen lay blame
wow
loolu ngay gis nañ ne yaa ngi over jee definitely
loolu mooy indi affaire dañ ko invite mu ñëw sax ñun ñëpp ñu am jaama ñu nekk benn dañ ko invite su ñu invite mu ñëw laaj ko
Mr Sarr benn 10 seconds rek mu ngeen ma amee benn 10 seconds rek benn 10 seconds rek ma tontu ko mu déggal nu ma ko wax tamit
Charles may ma daane sorry just some seconds rek
waa daane la
Jammeh taking responsibility somehow to some of the things that happened under his regime will help the country reconcile. Not necessarily he's trying to be a coward. No, not necessarily. Just you have to talk to the people because he's talking to the people. So from Manfofla Nekadiwa, Loma accept Momodu Jalumwa. Jammeh not necessarily dafa accept TRRC Lumwa. You know TRRC, they fabricated so many stories. We all know that. But Jammeh talking to the people, dafa ease down tension, dafa helal ñi, dafa dalal Jammeh su waxe rek heli nit ñi def day dal. So if Jammeh speak on those aspects, taking responsibility of some of the things, di wax ne not like dafa mention to pinpoint just okay, man, I'm not a perfect guy. I know my administration was not perfect. Anybody who was victimized, unfortunately, during my tenure, I'm really sincerely sorry. Because man, if I can change time, I would really have never wish that more. Because most of the things that even happened, you guys didn't mention. Jammeh was outside the country. Do you know that?
Yeah.
So this is the point people are missing.
Wow.
Luy waji. Mo nekane
xam nga ñun yëpp yow xaw ma foog naa ne maybe julit nga man Christian la waaye man gëm naa suma diine te am na lu nit dee wax loolu daf ma dee wàññi because of lan lu ma suma diine ticc man maa ngi dégg benn wax purufuma ko waaye dégg naa gaa ngi ko wax te ñu nga xam ne sa nekkuñ Jammeh supporters ñu ne Jammeh balaa mu doon dem dafa njëkk a jooy ne Gambien si ne maa ngi dem waaye Gambien si nekkee ne man maa leen tooñ dinaa ko gis waaye tamit si nekkee tamit ne yéen yéen a ma tooñ yéen a ma féel di ngeen ko gis te man su ma diine lu ma wax ak lu ma xamal or na ma ne loolu noonu right now moo nekk di affect Gambians yi dañ ko téye waxi kese la waaye ñu bàyyi suñu xel because this is all about human's life fii kenn mënu fee nax kenn mënu fee threaten kenn te lu waaye mun ti def sa bopp la moo gópp loolu moo tax ñu ne la dee ne li nga éenee sa bopp éenee ko sa morom xam nga soo nañ dee bàyyi suñu xel bu baax a baax because yi nekkut lu ndaw
dégg la bàyyi ma ñëw
loolu moo ñu nekk di toppa nii right now
may ma tuuti ma ñëw
nañ bàyyi suñu xel bro
waaw may ma ñëw tuuti 1 second ma ne ji nga Yaya Jammeh bañut ne moom dafa war a ñëw pour war a dem court moom wax na ko ci ODM sa soo leen boo leen déglee bu baax sax neen ko war a listen attentively ngeen xam nekku ne pour jéem a lu mu wax rek mu ngi traitin oo yeneen déedéet Yaya Jammeh dafa wax ne moom bañut sax pour dem fena ne ko gaay xaar ñu toog xaar ko mu ngi ñëw understand nga soo Yaya Jammeh bu ñëwee nañ ko yóbbu court mu dem mu wax bu fekkee ne ñoom gëm nañ ne dañ am évidence yooyu ñu ko war a tëjee yi nga Yaya Jammeh bañu sax pour apologize de Yaya Jammeh bañu pour apologize sax su naree apologize sax
nañ ko emale ko jégali pare
waaw nañ ko may
so apologize yëpp suba su soobee yàlla
inshallah
apologize dafa mel ni da nga guilty because he is not even still guilty ba nañ ko nañ jéglu wante because man li ma ko buga suma xol li ma gën a buga sax na ñëw fekkee ne lim def dañ ko war a def ñu aate ko su dee dañ ko tëj ñu tëj ko nit ki loo ko buga tam su defee lu bon ñu ne dañ ko feel dafa feel guilty da nga am pour accept loolu ak li nga ko buga sa yaay sax mun naa def dara ñu yóbbu ko koor mu feel guilty mun loo si dara man li ma ko buga yëpp man li ma buga mu ñëw liñ wax ne moom la def mu clair boppam bu fekkee ne dafa guilty dafa war a baalu Gambia mu baalu su dee dañ ko tëj nañ ko tëj loolu taxaw buga nit ki tam mu def lu bon tamit taxaw ne danga ko aaye loo bi du def dara si moom waaye soo waxee nit ki ne mu all Gambian si apologize sama mel ni moom dafa guilty te yéen bentee mënu leen ko prouval guiltiness bi mu def
teguñ fa dara sa even seen
Gambians ne leen baal leen maa def nii maa def guilty na nañ bàyyi point boobu noonu
ba pare si TRRC bi
man dañ ko invite mu ñëw man loolu laa bëgga su ma waxoon sax ma dem jëli ko indi ko su ko court su daanoo si court bi ñu war ko tëj ñu tëj ko because dafa guilty ñu bàyyi ñu nekk benn ñu baalu wante ñu dem fekk duñ ko tëj tamit dañ ko maye mu ñëw waaye soo yaa ngi wax ni ki ne ñëwal su ne mu ngi waxee benn baat ñoom ñëpp jóg ku nekk boo fi ñëwee ñu arrest la boo fi ñëwee ñu nanga te yéen la ngeen ko bëgg a arrest bàyyi leen mu ñëw arrest ko
turi Jammeh saat ñii turi Jammeh seen yooni tool la falañ dee lekkee suñu waxee dara rek even suñ newspapers yi ak suñ online media turi Jammeh moo leen di dundal ñii ñu nekk Attorney General Chambers and Ministry of Justice Jammeh moo leen dee dundal so anything they mention or do in Jammeh's name ñu am xaalis from the World Bank wala from UNDP wala from the EU loolu rek lañ fa nekkee ñii xam nañ ne there's nothing lu ñoo jël pour pin ko on Jammeh individually mighty fu moo waxee mooy as a head of state comme yow yaay household bi yow yaay head of the household léegi sa doom bu jigéen dafa dem jéena di sàcca ji si boyfriend am wala sa doom bu góor gi daf day jéena dem di sàcca si girlfriend am te doo si dee yegg dara at the end of the day yow yaay di head of the household so mën nga ne okay apologize na because suma doom bu góor gi dem na biiral sa doom bu jigéen bi even though yow defuloo ko recognize na da nga recognize ne li lu happen warutoon na happen bo TRRC Essa Faal si boppam laajte na ñaari witness ñu ne yow sa boppa yow mi wax ni executive order nde yow mus nga waxa Yaya Jammeh si boppam mu ne ko déedéet naka nga xamee ne Yaya Jammeh moo la jox executive order mu ne dafa am ku jël executive order bi mu jox ko mu wax ko keneen kooku wax ko keneen balaa muy aaga si waaji kuy implement executive order fekk meaning bi sa lost na already. Yeah. So, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Why? Yeah, yeah. So elect dinañ delluwaat fii round about 5:30 dinaa ko announce si suma posting su ko defee waxtaan bi continuer we'll talk a lot more dañoo am ba pare ñun suñ plateforme bi kenn nekkul fii di ut xaalis wala ut liggéey dégg rek la ñoo indi si plateforme bi every single time pour Gambien si yëpp ñëg nekkul Essa Faal ku bëggoon $500,000 dollars a month wala jël loolu def ko presidential campaign am yeah ko teg simple as that yeah why bëgguñ mu ñëw so that's the sad part gaay bëgguñ mu ñëw da nga bëgg a teg nit ki waa bëgguloo mu ñëw so yeah so it's crazy but anyway Sarr Mendy Mighty ak Buba Camara jërëjëf ak suma sister Ami Camara Smith ak the other guest ñu appear on si programme bi Momodou Aliou Njie appreciate naa leen suma plateforme bi kenn bu mu ragal pour ñëw fi wax opinion am das suma politique bi noonu la mel yeah exactly so suma ñëwaatee ëllëg dinaa ko announce about an hour before exact time so leen amee jot we can come back Buba tomorrow yeah
all right yes waxtaan bi dafa indi li nekk CEO yëpp dafa génn ñun ñëpp ñu nekk at the end benn Gambia la you know waaye ñu nekk fii ngarab yi jaf ko jar
yeah jaru ko
nekk ci yow nga jàng ci man ma jàng ci yow ñu def ko benn
yeah
ñëpp
ak suma YouTube colleagues as well Salifu Kor Bori Patamba Sata King Fatumata Ibrahima Sow everyone else ko xam ne mu ngi doon tune from YouTube maa ngi gis sa comments yi dafa mel ni suma live daf day overlap tanga so I can't read every comment otherwise waxtaan bi du am Jallo Ba jërëjëf Mariama Tamba Momodou Boy appreciate naa leen yéen yëpp time bi ngeen dee dedicate pour déglu ma on YouTube TikTok platform bi yéen a ko moom seen voices yi laa dee amplify nekkut ne man maa dee jóg pour wax suma own xalaati nit ñi laa dee amplify te dama dee encourage pour nit ñi ñëw si plateforme bi pour wax dëgga so jërëjëf have a very good evening have a good sound and pleasant night ladies and gentlemen I'm going to bring this program to a close jërëjëf thank you
okay
bye
goodbye
bye